Good evening and welcome to a Wednesday night live stream. That's weird. Normally it's on the Mondays. I know. Tonight's special. I was talking about the game called Raptor. Might you know what that game is? It's from 1994. Raptor, Call of the Shadows. Always had this on shareware. Took me years to get the full version of this game, and I was talking to this about this game with a fellow called Scott Host. Not sure if you heard about the man. Turns out he's the developer of the game, and he's been working on a new version of the old Raptor. And I'm not talking about that Steam port or iOS port. No, a new version of the game, upscaled graphics and way more. But how awesome would it be if we would have Scott Host here tonight to answer questions about his game while I play Raptor, and maybe he can tell a story or something, and maybe I can even show off some stuff you didn't know about Raptor. Well, one thing's for sure, tonight's gonna be fun. I'll be playing Raptor and Scott Host will be our second host of tonight. My name is Bart, be sure to be subscribed. We're about to play Raptor, here we go. Scott, are you there? Hey Scott.
Hey, what's up?
There's Scott. Alright, I already did the introduction.
Nope, I gotta turn off the volume of that.
Scott, so you're the developer of the original Raptor Call of the Shadows from 1994.
Yep.
Tell us some more.
Well, you know what's weird? I don't remember exactly why I made Raptor or making the second sword at the time. And all I remember is like having some demo of like, it's called Mercenary 2029 back then, you know, and I remember Apogee liking it a lot. And then we wound up dropping second sword and just making Raptor. I don't actually remember why I started Raptor.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the name? Because I remember that it was about to, well, it was almost ready when it was called different, and then you changed it to Raptor.
Yeah, I never really liked the Mercenary name, and then when I moved down to Texas, it'd be vague about my memories about this, but I remember I thought Apogee and id both went to see Jurassic Park. I know one or both were there. So anyways, when we saw Jurassic Park at Hollywood Theaters on 635 outside of Dallas, and I'm walking out, back to my car at the end, and I'm thinking, Raptor, boom, that's when it hit me. That's when it became Raptor.
So, well, at the moment, did you know how much of a legacy Raptor would become in the DOS gaming era?
I don't think I actually realized it until I started making this new Raptor.
Well, there are like little things inside of Raptor that were like, well, not really revolutionary, but that would have been used in different games like Blakestone before Raptor even came out.
Routines. The Blakestone used the animation routines from Raptor.
Very good. I love it. Well, I'm just about to play Raptor, but how about before we start playing Raptor, we take a look at what was gonna be Mercenary.
There we go.
Here we go. This is something you don't see every day. Let's see. I got it right here.
I don't think there's any sound in that version.
There's no sound in that version at all, and you cannot even die.
It's procedural. That's way before I made the level editor too. It's all just, it came out like randomly, and I tried to go that way for a while, and I'm like, this is pretty boring. So then I made the level editor. And
what I kind of like about this version of Raptor is that it features different visuals, different graphics like this. This is in the final game, but differently. Most of it got an overhaul.
Yep. Yeah, at first it was like, that's the weirdest thing. I always wanted to make a role-playing game. I was making a role-playing game, but then I made Raptor, which I tried to turn into a role-playing game with the store and the maps and stuff, It's like, I can't remember my thinking back then, because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, if I think about this, looking at this menu, I'm like, this is a perfect graphic from, which has been used in the final game, but from a different angle.
Yeah, the hangar, I forget, it wasn't laid out well or something. And I remember I drew the new hangar in a thing called Design CAD 3D, and it was all like solid colors and stuff. And then Tim, one of the artists, drew over that to make the hangar the way it is in the game.
Well, I love it.
Yeah, because like that one in the Mercenary, it's kind of like, you know, like the door's too small and there's like a lot of dead space, you know, and the other view just makes a little more sense, you know.
And even the store is in here, but it seems not to be very functional at the moment.
Yeah, back then it was supposed to. I was trying to make it like almost like you buy and sell stuff in Ultima games because that was my favorite game of all time. So like you'd talk to the guy and say like buy, sell, whatever. And that turned out to be too kludgy, you know.
Yeah, it's like this text adventure thing inside of a store.
Yep.
You can even hit the buttons, you cannot see what they are, but even the weapons or shields you are planning on using in this game have a different name, like the Soul 9000.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. It was kind of set up like this game called Zarlor Mercenary on the Lynx. That's how their store was. It had like a bunch of boxes right there. It was the initial idea, then we just thought that kind of stuck. So
I think the top ones are like the cheapest weapons, and the ones below are the most expensive weapons.
That's possible. I don't remember.
Very cool. The Acme 9000 auto toothpick dispenser.
There you go.
Alright, let's see what the game looks like. Alright, so you even put in like minimap like you do with like you have with Doom and such.
Yeah. And I don't remember why we took that out because I liked the idea.
And every time I refer to you, I refer to the team, of course, not only you. I know it was a team effort, and you were the main program, well, at least the programmer of this title.
The only programmer.
This is so cool.
Yeah, that ship, we had to change it, thought it looked silly.
And
That's why it looks kind of like a boat in that one or something, like a pontoon boat.
some of the backgrounds look way more detailed, but you cannot destroy the floor yet. Some of the enemies look like they have the same style of vehicle that I'm flying.
Yep. Yeah, I think that the background in there is just in the building. It's all one big picture because I know I didn't have the level editor at that point.
And this thing takes a lot of damage. So this was all the way, all the time, way before the level editor came out.
Yep. Then a level editor, that took forever.
So a lot of effort went into these levels.
The what?
A lot of effort went into these levels.
Yep. Well, that particular level, it's all procedural. It's all just made up in programming. But on the final levels, yeah, I mean, for years of work. And then I'll never forget, we were friends with the guy at Electronic Boutique at the mall. We said, hey, want to come by the office and play Raptor? He's like, sure. So he came, we're all watching him, like standing behind him, like these people, judges or something, you know, guilty. We could tell that he was bored as hell, you know, and I was like, oh, shit. Then we just had to spend like another 4 or 5 months, like, fixing it up, you know.
But you can already see the potential of Raptor in this game. Of course, it's a preview beta, a prototype. But it's already very, very playable. And it does kind of resemble the end product, but it's far from done. You can tell that. It feels like a completely different game. Even the sway in moving the vehicle, the F-16, or the Raptor, it's very... It's like moving your mouse under Windows 3.1 again, you know? It feels way different.
Yeah, I had to tweak that a lot. There's actually like it's actually following the cursor, like an acceleration rate. So like you don't see the actual cursor, but you actually move it there, and then the ship, you know, kind of gravitates towards where the actual mouse cursor is.
Yeah, there's like this magnetism to an invisible mouse cursor.
Yep. That's why I did it in every game since. Even in Galactics, it was like that, but you're trapped on the horizontal, you know, with Galactics.
Well, I was playing the 2015 version of this game on Steam lately, and that one doesn't have the mouse control, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you have to set that up manually, but I thought it was lacking it.
I don't, you know, they did that on their own. The one I did was helped them with was the 2010 version, and they came out with the 2015 version. I don't know what they actually did with it.
Well, it's really weird because this one doesn't have the keyboard.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the mouse is my main input. I always like the mouse the best.
Are the levels longer, or do they appear to be longer, or am I just stuck in a loop?
Yeah, it's just gonna go on forever.
Ah!
Yeah, 5 hours later. I think here comes a boss ship that doesn't exist.
Wow, that cutscene. All right. Are all of the levels the same level? Let's check out one more.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I think this one's the same. Well, I'm still gathering money, so that's good. Oh, I do think this level is slightly different. But yeah, as you can see, very unique content, very cool. But how about we start playing the real thing?
The real deal.
The real deal.
Yeah, the big challenge was back then making the sprites fast enough, because like a lot of people, the first instinct is that when you draw the graphics, it's basically just a blit. You know, there was no textures and no hardware back then, so I came up with this way of like we only stored the horizontal spans of each image, so you'd have to check every pixel for like if it's transparent or not, and it turned out to be like 1,000 times faster than checking each pixel if it's transparent or not. That's how I got the speed in Raptor.
Because we do not have to, we can't forget that this is from the era where you guys had the hard decision, are we going to work with EJ or VJ graphics? And you clearly chose 265 color, 56 colors.
Yeah, it's a 320 by 200 mode.
And some games that have more colors, like, well, not Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, but that was 2 years before Raptor, where they had to make difficult decisions between, are we going to use music? And if we're going to use music, is the game going to consist of CPU sound effects, PC speaker sound effects? And you guys got all of the best deals, like VGA graphics, awesome soundtracks, and the best sound effects.
Yeah, there's a story about the sound if you want to hear this.
Most of them are from stock CDs, aren't they?
The sound effects?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from the LucasArts sound effect library. Most of them. Some of them I just, or combine things or something,
Tell us something.
That's about which the story I was going to tell you about the sound, or?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, back in DOS, you had to, if you wanted to play sound effects or music, you had to actually write routines to do that. It wasn't built into the operating system, right? So my old boss where I worked was called Neotech, Paul Radek. He was like my best friend at the time too. I'm like, dude, you want to write the music routines for Raptor and stuff? And he wound up making me this memory manager. It's called VMem API, whatever. It like actually got a little extra memory out of the DOS. So if he was like 600K free, he would get another 30K free or something. And then he wound up making the music routines and the sound effect routines. And then actually that wound up being used in Doom too.
Yeah, because I remember that with the early 386 computers or 486 computers, you had to choose to enable enhanced memory or EMEM. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've done that.
Yeah, like Doom and Raptor used WatComC, which came with DOS extender, the DOS 4GW thing, so it's kind of automatic.
All right.
I don't remember if you had to set up anything. The auto. Oops, sorry, I burped.
And most of the people that played Raptor Call of the Shadows back in the day were playing it with Sound Blaster. But did you enjoy playing it with Gravis Ultrasound, Sound Canvas, or Sound Blaster the most?
I like sound. I like the ad-lib sounds of Sound Blaster, and I like the Roland sounds. I never really liked the Gravis card because it just seemed kludgy at the time. What sucks is I know they're worth a lot of money now. I had 2 unopened ones, but I can't find them.
Oh wow! Let's try playing it with Sound Blaster.
Okay, yeah, that's the iconic sound with that.
Ah, I got enough memory, and file id.diz is the right file. Oh, you're gonna tell us about that, right?
That was just, I don't know, one day we were all, it was like around noon or something, we were just sitting around, I was like, and Bobby Prince was there, I think, too, and she said, let's sing the Apogee song and put it as an Easter egg. I actually added Bobby Prince later, so maybe he wasn't there that day. Because at first it didn't say, you boys just don't get it at the end. That's Bobby Prince.
And so when I start this game on a date of one of your birthdays, the game would play that Apogee fanfare voiced by you guys.
Yeah, on May 16th. It works on all the versions on May 16th. I changed the birthdays in every version, so I don't remember what the other ones are.
We're 2 weeks too early.
There we go.
Oh, very good.
No, it's funny, when I was a kid, and me and my friend Matt, the guy who did the music for Raptor, we used to paint pictures and stuff, and every painting we did, we always hid something in it, you know? There was like this thing of hiding, that's where it came from.
Alright, I'll play as... Well, I usually take this avatar because he looks very skilled.
Got that streak, looks like a vampire with that streak of gray hair.
And this character kind of reminds me of Rise of the Triad somehow.
I don't think Tim did that. I don't think he worked on that game. So just coincidence.
So this game features 4 difficulty levels, of which the first one, training mode, is just rookie mode, but like only the first 4 levels. Is it like for demo purposes?
I don't remember. I think it was just like, let's put something really easy in so people can get used to it, you know? But they can't play the whole game like that because it's kind of like cheating. I think that was it.
Well, I remember that if you play training mode, you just get to do the first 4 levels, and then after the first 4 levels, it will just put you back to the start of the game and take away all of your money. And
yep. I remember that now.
But it doesn't take away your weapons.
I have to fix that.
I'll show you what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna play training mode. And
it's fun. Go ahead.
When playing training mode, after 3 levels, I will be able to buy this gun if everything goes well. Let's have a look. This one. If you play your cards just right, you'll be able to buy this gun and keep it when you restart on rookie mode. And that's what I'm gonna try.
Do it. I made Raptor. I really didn't know much about gameplay. It's more like just, that seems cool, let's put it in, you know?
But for this game, what were the main influences?
Well, my favorite shooter in the world's always been Raiden, so... Then we played a lot of Firepower 2000. And it's funny, I just got Firepower 2000 for the SNES again, and I was watching a video on it and stuff, and I didn't realize how much that influenced the art guys. I mean, almost some of the levels almost look just like Firepower 2000.
And even looking at the chat right now, people still remember Doom. People love Doom.
And that was a game changer. And we used to play. Our office was next to it, and our networks were connected. So at night, it'd be like me and one of my guys versus like Dave Taylor and Bobby Prince in the IT office. You know, playing Doom like 2 versus 2. We'd stay up till like 4 in the morning. Then I go home and have nightmares like of Doom all night. Wake up, go back to work.
I can imagine. Doom came out when I was 3 years old. And the first time I got exposed to Doom, I was this was the pirate era, and I'm not gonna lie. I was at an uncle's place, and that was the thing, when you would go over to somebody's house and you know they had a computer, you'd always bring floppy disks. And he had the game of FIFA, he had Doom, he had Wacky Wheels, and there I had to make a decision. I only had a few floppy disks, and my dad asked, or my uncle asked, which game would you like for us to copy and take home? Probably I think I say pirated era, but I think these were only sharewares. And I chose Wacky Wheels and not Doom, because Doom really frightened me when I was 4 or 5 years old. And that was at the time here in the Netherlands, networks and internet only got popular since 1996. We were kind of late to that game, so we didn't get BBS systems. They were here, but not everybody had access to them. So we kind of pirated our way through childhood, you know?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, here's a story. Like, remember I said that we had the guy play play Raptor, and we realized it needed more work because we could tell he was bored. It was a big thing because we wanted Raptor to get out before Doom because we knew it'd make more money if it got out before Doom. But because of that, it never made it.
Well, that's the thing. I hear stories about Blakestone, and not many people know the game of Blakestone, and that's because it came out 2 weeks before Doom, so it got like people forgot about it really fast. And that's,
yeah, it's in the same genre, so maybe that's why Raptor stood out a little bit because it was something different.
Well, there were some different games like Future Dimension, Flying Tigers, Tubular Worlds. Most of them came from Germany, I guess, and I'm not even sure. Well, you had Major Striker. There weren't many games in this genre at all.
Yeah, you know what I was making Raptor? I mean, a bunch of people, like Carmack especially, he's like, vertical scrollers make the least amount of money. And I got that from like multiple people. Like every time I make a shooter, like you shouldn't be making a shooter, you should be making this. It's like, I just want to let me make what I want to make,
Well, I'm happy, and I think everybody in the chat was really happy that they give you this space to do so. And for everybody that might have missed it, Scott is working on a new version of Raptor at the moment under the wings of Apogee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And you got close ties with Apogee, right?
Yeah, I've known them since 1990, something like that. No, a story how we like first I made Galactics, right? They got a lot of attention. And I remember this game company, Westwood Studios, called me on the phone. It was like a group call. They're trying to intimidate me into working for them and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, it's such a creative environment, blah, blah, blah. It's so cool here." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're going to pay me less money." It's like, "Yeah, but it's so cool." And I'm like, "Well, would I have input to the games I've been working on?" He goes, "Well, programmers aren't generally creative." And I was like, well, "I'm not really interested in that." And then 2 weeks later, Scott Miller called, and that's how I got connected to them. So I'm like, "Oh, these guys seem cooler,
Well, I can imagine. I can imagine if I read about all of those legacies. It's great, and I'm happy that after Crystal Caves HD and Secret Agent HD, that Apogee is back.
Yep. And yes, it's how the new. Let me tell a story about how the new Raptor became what it is.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna start playing.
Okay.
Continue. Here we go. Bravo Sector Wave 1.
Yeah, okay, let's let it start. Yeah, so one day, I was doing contract work for the last 10 years, and I was trying to make this like shader system on the side with the intent of making a new Raptor, So then Scott Miller messaged one day, "Hey, we're starting up Apogee again. You want to port Raptor to consoles and stuff?" I mean, simply, so it started off as a straight port, which I had working, basically in a couple of weeks. Then I go, "Oh, what about like adding this? What about changing the graphics and shaders?" And then like it just kept morphing. And then the last metamorphosis was I was talking to the art guy. He redid one of the ships as a 3D model. And I'm like, "Fuck, that looks cool." And I'm like, I never wanted to ask him to do that because it's a lot of work. So I just said, I'll make do with most of the old graphics and stuff. And he goes something like, "Well, I thought I was going to redo all the original graphics as 3D models anyway." I'm like, "Dude, if you're all right with that, fine, let's go balls out on this. It's actually easier doing it all new instead of being latched to the old crap,
Well, I'm looking forward to what you're cooking up. I know that you do the live streams where you, while you're developing certain things for the new game. And it started out really simple with porting, and now you're like making Raptor 2 finally.
Basically, all you think of more of is what I wished Raptor was. I think it's like it's Raptor. It's Raptor 1, just the way I wished it was, and more.
Well, you once told me that this game of Raptor, I'm playing the original MS-DOS version right now, of course, that it features so many bugs and glitches, like over 100. I heard you say over 100. And now you finally got the time and opportunity to iron those kinks out.
Well, no, the new one's all new code, so.
Well,
one time it was going to have both games in it, but I dropped that idea. It was a nightmare. It sounds good on paper, but it was not feasible.
Yeah, it's not Dave the Tentacle, right?
Yeah, I know the game, but I didn't play. Why did they do the same thing?
Yeah, they put in Maniac Mansion, which is officially the first part, the full game, in there, because it's only less than 200 kilobytes, I guess, the whole game.
Oh wow.
So it's like 1/10 of the whole Day of the Tentacle game. Of course, talking about the non-talkie version.
Is the sound coming through the stream for the game?
Yes.
Oh.
Can you hear the gameplay?
No.
Ah.
You know, I'm watching it on YouTube. Your stream that you were sharing with me stopped.
I'll have a look in a bit so you can hear the game as well.
No, this is fine. Oh, I got it muted. That's why I don't hear it. That goes with the delay. I'll keep it really low.
Is it fixed now?
I'm watching on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
It's fine.
I hope the BART delay isn't too big then.
It's about 1 second. It's pretty good.
Let's have a look. Turn sound effects down a little bit. Alright, I'll turn it down a little bit more. It's weird because I cannot hear the same output they can hear. Alright, how about I just turn this up? I'll turn it down for now, and then after this round, I'll just turn down the game audio.
Oh, here's a story. You know, like those shadows in perspective like that?
Yes, you're always flying directly straight beneath the sun.
Yeah.
If enemies come from the left, they have a shadow on the right side. If they come from the right, they have a shadow on the left side.
No, I was flying either, to Chicago, 'cause that's where I'm from Dallas or whatever. We're flying and a Learjet went perpendicular to what's under us, and I saw the shadow change that went underneath. You know, I was looking out the window. I started coding it right there on the airplane.
Wow. Well, did you do that with pen and paper or on a laptop?
A laptop. I actually borrowed it from Ed. It was like Jay Wilbur's laptop. He let me borrow it to go home.
Laptop in the early 90s weren't cheap to come by.
Yeah, they were pretty. I think that probably was like $8,000 or something.
Wow.
It was horrible. I remember playing Doom on the airplane with it. It was like ghosting. You know, like there was like it almost made you dizzy.
Alright, I hope the audio is better right now. Let's see if we can... No, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm back in the game, Alexi, don't worry. If you are checking out this live stream right now and you have a question for Scott, then let us know.
You should actually move the chat on the main screen here so I can see it.
Yeah, I have the full version of the game right here, but I remember that when I had a 486 computer, I had a shareware version of the shareware version which would feature the first 8 levels, but mine would crash at level 5, always. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and I've never replicated that, but it would always happen on the machine. I was so desperate that I went to the town center here, to the free record shop, and I bought another shareware for 5 gulden, like 5 Dutch bucks at the time, before we went to euros, and came home to find out that this game did the exact same thing. Damn it.
Well, I never got any bug reports. There was only one update. I was not. It's weird when I went back and I was porting it and stuff. I found so many goddamn bugs. I don't even know how the game ran.
Did you guys have a storyline in mind when you were creating these 3 regions?
Just a vague. I don't like to have a real big and complicated story, so it has like different meaning for everybody who plays it. You know, to kind of make up in their head what they want it to be.
Well, there is this, like, story screen, like, with Doom at the end of every sector. But it's not that complex or anything. It's well written.
Yeah, I mean, the story was an afterthought, more or less.
Kumar, I'm playing this with a keyboard right now, but I think... No, mouse is disabled. Thank God.
It's funny, I played Raptor for the first time in 28 years. I was live streaming a couple weeks ago, and I was horrible at it. Like, really bad.
Yeah, you said something like that. I didn't want to say it, but that's the reason why you let me play this time, right?
I think that's what started the conversation.
And then I was like, yeah, we should do that. I'll just do a stream and you comment on everything you'll see. Do you consider giving the next game some form of multiplayer or two-player hot seat or...
Oh yeah, definitely. That's going to have two-player co-op for sure.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, at first, I mean, it depends. Maybe if the Kickstarter makes a shitload of money, but I mean, at first it'll be local two-player, and eventually I'll get, network play or like internet play.
Have you played Raiden 5?
No. I didn't even know there was a 5.
Neither did I.
I haven't played a new game in so many years, especially since it started in Raptor.
Well, I get that.
My favorite one was Raiden 2DX, I think it was called. And then Viper Phase 1, I really liked it. It's like made with the Raiden engine.
I hate it sometimes when you blow up buildings like these water silos that they don't blow up perfectly. That sometimes corners of buildings do not combust or something like that.
Well, it's all the ground things are made out of tiles. They're all the same size, so...
Yeah, you can clearly see that they are blocks. That's totally fine.
That's another good thing, because I was like... Before we decided to make it all 3D models, I was like, oh my god, we're going to have to make hand-drawn height maps for every fucking tile, and that's going to take forever. So, like I said, it's almost easier to make it all 3D than to do it the way I was going,
Well, it sounds like a great solution. Height, adding height to certain tiles.
Yeah, because with the new engine and stuff, it calculates light from a direction and stuff, and I made a system where you can have like 1,000 different lights, so all the shots and everything have lights and stuff.
Yeah, but to be clear, you're working on a completely unique own-written engine, not like something like Unity or...
Yeah, for the last 10 years, I've been trying to make like an engine that I could use in Unity, because I like Unity, but I just couldn't get it to be fast enough. And then Unity lately, like I had one project in Unity, made in Unity like 2005 or something, and I tried to upgrade it to 2017. It destroyed the project, and I'm like, Raptor seems to get remade like every 5 years or so. Do I want to go through this hell of like basically rebuilding the whole project every time I move to a new version of Unity? And on top of that, it's really fucking slow. Like, the new Raptor would never run on, like, a Nintendo Switch,
Fair. Well, you have it with some Unity games that they kind of lag on certain systems, or at least do not get fast enough. Like, the game Moving Out, it's that Overcooked kind of game. That doesn't run smoothly like on my laptop, which is a gaming laptop,
Yeah, there's a lot of overhead in Unity. I mean, it's good for like one-off games, or like, actually, I mean, obviously speeds up game dev a lot, but there's a lot of downsides long-term,
Ah, this is a good question. Who was behind the Avatar pictures?
That was Tim. Tim Nevue?
Let's see.
He did most of the human art.
Hey, and the other 5 guys, or 5 other guys, they are not involved on the remastering that you're doing right now?
No. I asked Matt, we're still friends, the music guy that did original music, I asked him, he said no. I don't know why, but... like Pepper Mouse wanted to, get them in, they could like work together and make like, the songs, but he said no, so I'm like, okay.
Are they still active in the gaming community?
I believe so. We kind of all didn't like each other at the end. The only person I'm friends with is Rich still on Facebook. A long story. We wound up like firing Tim.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was. I mean, it was near the end there. It was a horrible, horrible time.
So right now we got one more level to do. Well, 2 to be fair, but at the end of level 4 it will reset my money. So I need still to get 10,000 or 100,000, 10,000 credits to buy this auto track minigun, which is awesome. So I have to get that on the next stage. Let's see if I'm able to get 10,000 points on the Bravo sector. I think we get like that money pickup, so that's gonna help out. Another question was about the sectors and regions. Who or what and why did you come up with Bravo, Tango, and Outer Regions?
Oh, because it sounds like pilot talk, you know? Bravo sector and a Tango Wango and a Jingo Jango.
Excellent. It just sounds Tom Cruisey.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's like there was no real plan behind Raptor other than like just making shit up as we went, you know? I mean, no, it's weird. Like then when I did Demon Star next, I really did my homework on what makes, you know, like a shooter fun instead of just throwing shit at it, you know?
So what you're saying right now is that you kind of got lucky that Raptor turned out to be a great success.
Yep. It's weird. Oh, here's a question. It said end was a horrible, a lot of stress. I don't know, once like Doom came out, we were right next to Doom and the egos were going crazy and everybody, you know, thought they were the reason why everything happened and
Hey. Picking up the money.
you know, once I was done with Raptor, I did not want to make a sequel. That's why I made Demon Star. I wanted to prove that I could make a game that had nothing to do with Raptor and still make it popular, and that wound up winning the 1999 ZDNet Show of the Year. So
I do have to admit that I never really played Demon Star.
yeah, it's weird. A lot of people that played Demon Star never heard of Raptor, and a lot of people that played Raptor never heard of Demon Star. It's like two totally different groups, and now like a lot of people are finding out, like, oh, I'm gonna try that now, you know?
Yeah, it's like politics.
Yep. Yeah, there's a story behind Demon Star. Maybe that's for another day. It's
so hard trying to avoid everything, but it's getting tougher later on when you get those ground-based turrets.
Yeah.
And what I do love about the weapons that you get in this game, that some of them are made for ground and others are made for air.
Yep.
Specifically. That was great because that has you switching between those all the time. Always keep a set of the green rockets with you.
Yeah, some of the weapons are like almost redundant though, you know? There's like, I don't know, too much variety.
Are all of the original weapons gonna be featured in the new Raptor game that's coming up?
Some maybe. I gotta totally like actually make the weapons make sense. So like now you get the twin lasers, you can basically close your eyes. So I mean, make them a little more balanced. And obviously there's probably gonna be more weapons and stuff, and I want to have more than one store. So like, you know, you go to the Jupiter space station, it's gonna have, you know, some things you can buy there that you can't buy in the Earth space station.
Oh, that's cool. Instead of just having everything available from the start.
Yep.
Well, it's available, but good luck like trying to buy them.
Or you go on a mission and you find out like the guy at this station wants some, you know, special item that you got from a mission or something. Then he gives you this, and you can take this and get something else somewhere else.
Oh, so it's more going to be quest-based, a little bit of RPG elements in there.
Yeah.
Is that from your love for games like Heroes of Might and Magic?
My favorite RPG was always Ultima. I played Heroes of Might and Magic, but I don't remember. I actually have the box in the other room.
Alright, so this is the moment I have to buy the, what's it called? The weapon, but I don't have enough money, as you can see. But if I sell my air-ground missiles right now, I do have enough money. And this was back in the day my my cheat to start off the game more healthy and wealthy than you should. So here we go. Alright, level number 4. Final Wave, it's called. This was my favorite weapon back in the day because I think this was the most expensive weapon that you could buy in the shareware. I believe that in the shareware you were restricted.
You know one thing, I mean, nobody probably even notices this, but it used to drive me nuts. Like when you blow up a ship, the shadow just disappears. I always wanted to make the ship break up into pieces, and same thing with the shadows.
Well, it never really bothered me that the shadow disappears. The shadow already feels like an extra, and I love it that when a plane comes in sideways, like it flies from left to the right, that at the moment it spawns, it goes straight down. And the shadows kinda help you trying to see what's coming next.
There was another like issue. At first, I tried to do shadows, like in Raiden, it runs 60 frames a second, so they'd do their shadows like it'd be a solid color, but it'd be every other frame. So it kind of gave it look like translucent. I tried that in Raptor, but because it could not run 60 frames a second, it looked like it's blinking on and off. Blink, blink. So then I had to come up with these routines that, like, with this lookup table for the transparency or for the shadow map, or whatever.
Oh, you could also buy the pulse cannon, I've been told, during the shareware.
I don't remember if all the weapons were there or not.
Oh, I hate these trains. If you're too late, they'll just slaughter you.
Yeah.
They'll soak up so much damage, because I think a hit will take, like, I don't know, five hit points.
It was something like that in Demon Star as well.
And then I started playing Tyrion, like, just recently, and I figured out that that game has a regenerating shield. That would have been welcome on Raptor as well.
We do have the other shield on the other side.
Yep, yeah. But I'm not spending my cold hard cash on that yet.
I'm not spending my cold hard cash.
They'll take it from me anyway. Well, for now, I don't want to suck up to myself, but I do think that I'm doing a fine job avoiding everything and trying to kill everything while I'm still on full perfect
doing
health.
Better than I did.
Well, you get a feeling for it if you've played this more than enough. I mean, this is my childhood.
I only played Raptor all the way through 2 times in my life.
2 times?
But, yeah. To me, it wasn't fun. I never found it fun.
Oh, you see, like, everything that's bad about it.
Yeah.
We don't see that.
Demon Star I played through like hundreds of times. I always liked Demon Star. I wish I put the store in Demon Star. I don't remember why I didn't.
And talking about things like Duke Nukem, the IP of Duke Nukem is over at Gearbox, if I'm not mistaken. But with Raptor, who's owning the IP at the moment?
Me.
Only you, not Apogee, nobody else.
Nobody else.
You never sold it.
Nope.
Very good, excellent. Well, you licensed it, did you?
Well, it's a .emu. They sold the Raptor 2010, 2015 versions, but we canceled that contract now.
And does that mean that the 2015 .emu version from Steam is going to get pulled as well?
Yeah, eventually. I might make an update. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I got too much stuff going on right now to even think about it. But yeah, that got turned over. We turned it over to Apogee. Apogee controls the .eu 2015 Steam page now.
I see another great question from Ricardo in the chat. He sometimes wonders if you're the bad guy in Raptor. With all the houses, etc., you destroy. I mean, you destroy towns.
You're a mercenary killing for cash. It's like, you're not a good guy. We want to come up with some story on the new one. Why, like, kind of a Han Solo character where he's kind of like bad and good at the same time.
Maybe this is a perfect moment for you to show off, really tiny in that webcam area, some of the graphics that you've been working on for the new Raptor.
Right, here it goes.
Wow.
That's going to be the view. There's a new ship, old ship. Mine, new mine, old mine.
Yeah, those weird floating mines. And all of them are going to be 3D rendered. Not pre-rendered, but really 3D.
Yep.
So the next Raptor is finally going to be a 2.5D game.
Basically, yeah. And it's cool the way I made the engine. It's not really setting anything back by switching to 3D from 2D, It's a cool thing about having your own engine. It's like, you can do anything.
Are we going to be able to play the game from different camera angles?
I can't even answer that right now. And everything depends on the, way it goes. I would say probably not, though, because, I mean, you got to design the levels to be a certain way in a vertical scroller,
Well, if I have to imagine it, I see something like how they did this with certain 3D pinball tables.
What tables?
Well, some of the late era pinball tables, you can pick preset camera angles.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I just have to see when that time comes,
Of course, it doesn't sound like a really important feature though.
The way I make games, I like doing it where, like, first I make the engine, then you make the tools, and then you get basically like an artist making his palette. Then you know what colors you can paint with, and you start making the actual game in that order. And you kind of have a roundabout idea what you need in the engine and the tools,
And for the viewers, when I want to know more about Raptor, what should I do? Keeping track of the development. Are there any Discord pages I could join?
Oh yeah, I don't even know how to get there. You click on my name, and all the information is on my YouTube channel.
Ah, that's a good thing. And I read something about a Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, we're starting a Kickstarter. We got the pre-launch going. Hopefully it makes enough, to finish the game and stuff. But we're gonna have like a Raptor flight jacket we're talking about, a metal box version, maybe like a little metal Raptor, action figure thing or whatever you call it.
And when is this Kickstarter gonna get kicked out?
When we get a couple thousand pre-subs. I think we're up to almost 600 now.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a few things we haven't even done yet. I mean, it's got 600 from just a few tweets, basically. So that might be a good sign. I was thinking it might be hard to do because of the different sizes and stuff. We're thinking of making like a Raptor motorcycle helmet where it looks like the pilot helmet, but it's actually a motorcycle helmet.
Oh, then do a unsafe Commander Keen one as well, while you're at it. Maybe somebody could post a link to the Discord in the chat on the live stream.
Or I can get it.
I'm not sure if you're able to. I think you're able to post a link in there.
You might have to do it though.
Did you play Major Striker?
Maybe once, I don't remember it.
There's your answer, Alex.
Yeah. Back then, I played like Ultima 6. I played Wing Commander and Privateer. Like I said, Firepower 2000 and the SNES. There it is.
Ah, there's the link. Nice. Why a Kickstarter? Isn't Apogee funding it?
Well, you got to pay back advances. It's always better to do it without to pay back.
And Terminal Velocity, have you played that? And next to Ultima, what are your favorite MS-DOS games?
I mainly played Ultima 6 and Ultima 7. I've always been like a person that plays one game at a time, so instead of a lot of games. Like Ultima Underworlds I like a lot. Yeah, it's weird. I like RPG games and I always make shooters. But I like shooters too, I like raiding and stuff. But all the shooters I like are on the arcade, not on the PC.
Now that I think about it, what I like about Raptor as well, compared to other games like these scrolling shooters, is that it's very distinguishable what you can get, what you can pick up, what hurts you and what doesn't. Because you are, as a pilot, shooting different particles than your enemies are. Like, it's very clear that you need to avoid those yellow balls. I know they look like coins, but don't get them.
Yeah, if they had machine guns and stuff, it would be impossible to even play.
Yeah.
So yeah, the enemy shots have to move slow so you can avoid them, It's so weird watching somebody else play this. Yeah,
Alex,
I wanted to do... Oh, go ahead.
Alex, have a good night, and see you next Monday on the next live stream. I'm not sure if I announced it yet. I was planning on announcing it, but next Monday I am playing the updated version of Brutal Wolfenstein, the modification of Wolfenstein 3D, but with the Spear of Destiny levels. And I've already seen something about the 16th level with the Uber Mutant, and believe me, that's gonna hurt. Alright, back to Raptor. Will you make a bullet hell level?
No.
This is not your typical Japanese arcade game.
No. And you know, I get a lot of people like that, like, you know, somebody said I liked Raptor because it wasn't bullet hell. It was like more conventional, you know. And that was the point.
Raptor, when I was a kid, this was really playable. That means that it's, well, I don't want to call this a game without a challenge, because you can certainly, especially on later episodes or regions, certainly die a painful death. Easily. So, right now it looks really easy, but later on I really need to stack up on shields.
Yeah, the gameplay doesn't really flow well. I mean, it gets like, it gets really hard really fast, and then it gets easy really fast once you buy everything.
And what about the mid-level boss stages?
What about them?
Well, you get, well, right now at this level you're gonna get that brown boss it's gonna spawn and go to the left right now. This guy is gonna be a mid-level stage boss later on.
Oh yeah, I thought of the mid bosses later on. Yeah, like in, say in Demon Star, it was like I broke up every level into 4 sections, so it changed. And you had a mid boss between each section, then it would move into new graphics, whatever. And Raptor just, I don't know, threw shit in where, you know, kind of made up as we went. I always hated the bosses. I mean, they're like very repetitive. I want them to be like Raiden, you know, like the walker, you know, in Raiden, where that walker with the 4 legs comes out or something. But you just didn't have the memory to hold up many frames of animation in.
Well, they're mostly non-animated bosses. Like the helicopters right here, they consist of a few frames, or at least the propellers do.
Yeah.
And the bosses kind of do not, I think.
Yeah, expect that. I mean, that, you know, frames of something that big would be, you know, a lot of memory that you didn't have.
I remember that Nintendo solved that by just when only a part of a sprite changed, that they would cut like the sprite in 4 or in 8.
Yep. That's kind of how, look in the hangar, the light blinking. It's one little part. It's not the whole screen, you know.
Yeah, it's just you can consider it an overlay or something. Well, it's a good solution to that.
Yeah, that's funny. I just thought of a way I could have done that back then now too. The boss ships a bunch of different like parts instead of one big image.
And yeah, sometimes when you collect too many weapons, your ship can get too heavy and you might crash easily. And when you almost die at the end, when you have like, I don't know, 5 or 10 health points left, your ship is gonna lose. Oh shit, what's going on? Your ship's gonna lose weapons because you have to drop luggage and wait. Where did that Bigfoot come from?
I think Andrew said Bigfoot, so I pressed my Bigfoot button.
Oh, you got a Bigfoot button. Very good.
Yeah, in the new Raptor, you're not going to have all your weapons available. It's kind of stupid that your ship's lugging around like 20 different weapons. Where would it fit, you know?
We're like Duke Nukem.
Yeah. But anyways, like, you'll get the missions and stuff like on a roster in the space station or something, and it'll give you what clues you might have to, oh, I'm going to need this weapon, and this weapon, and you only pick like 3 or something like that.
So you're going to get like advice, or you're going to get a briefing before a mission starts, which is going to kind of spoil you, now not spoil, but tell you that maybe you need ground-based missiles because there's going to be a lot of ground turrets.
Yeah, it'll be like a kind of like a place where all the mercenaries go to get their, you know, missions. It'll be like a computer thing or something, like you read the description of the mission. Oh, I want this mission, you know, or something like that's how I picture it right now, instead of just playing level after level mindlessly, you know.
Are you gonna earn money with destroying as many enemies as you can, like we do now, or are you gonna get paid to get home safely and finish the mission.
Yeah, it'll probably be more mission-based. It makes sense, you know.
Would it be possible to fail an objective by just surviving and finishing a level, but just not destroying what you were asked to?
Yeah, this is a long answer to that. No, and this is the way I picture it right now. So, some levels ain't going to be just blowing up the boss stand. You might have to like make like that corporation's under attack, and you're fighting through like Corporation B's ships trying to attack Corporation A. And you can deliver a payload to the boss ship, right, or something like that. But you could still blow up that boss ship, right? Now that corporation, it changes alliances or something. So like this whole layout of what missions you get and what missions you don't get, it all depends on like how the different megacorps are aligned with each other.
Oh, it's gonna get way more complex.
Yeah, and they got to be aligned a certain way before you can even go and fight like the main corporation at the, you know, that would end the game.
I'm looking for always equipped weapons. Those are nice. Now we're gonna wreak some havoc. Here we go.
The micro missiles.
Oh, I didn't get the micro missiles. I get all the non-selectable stuff.
My favorite weapon is the missiles that come out like in random directions and they ignite and go up.
the dumbfire missile.
Yeah, dumbfire. There you go. I think I did something like that in Galactics. I don't know where I got that idea from, but I always liked that they come out and then ignite and take off.
I always liked how the laser worked. No, not the single or the twin laser, but the pew 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 pew.
Which one? Oh, the targeting one?
Yes. With the red lines.
Yeah. It's weird when you bring up those weapons. I think got a horrible code in the enemy shot.c.
Can't imagine that's gonna be a very complex thing to write, just as this auto aiming thing that I'm using right now.
Well, back then it was. I mean, nowadays it's stuff like that's easy.
Well, we have ChatGPT to write it for you, right?
There you go. No, I mean now it's like, I mean, you know, making games for 28 years, like, you know, doing directions and vectors and stuff is easy.
Well, you got like a lot of experience right now. You work for PopCap as well.
Yep.
On the banana game.
Yeah, Banana Bugs, and we did Wizard's Pen, some mystery game, Facebook game, I don't even remember the name. What else we do? It's a blur. I mean, you know, most people are like, oh, I made this, I don't even remember.
Well, as long as you get paid at the end of the day. Well, it's a good thing you still remember how Raptor went down.
Like I said, to me, I always thought it was a failed game. You know, I know it, yeah, we got paid a lot and stuff, but I was like, I didn't think about it until I started on this new Raptor and all the fans started coming into Discord and stuff. I really didn't know how much people liked it that much.
Yeah, it's never been out of my scope. There are like a few games that always kind of return occasionally, like Commander Keen, Jazz Jackrabbit, Doom, Wolfenstein for sure, but also Raptor is one of my well, can I call it repertoire?
Repertoire.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, and the new game, yeah. So it's like when I was going to use the old graphics, I had like nightmares about you know, the tiles and stuff. So in the new editor, let me back up a little bit. In a space shooter, the level's got to be easily changed. In a lot of you know, modern games, I noticed it seems like the world you're flying over is actually a big ass mesh drawn in like, you know, Blender or something. And it doesn't lend it to be edited for gameplay reasons easily, you know. So I'm thinking the new Raptor, the level editor's going to almost be like a sculpting tool. You can like carve in where the water is and canyons and stuff. And it has a height, and then you just place 3D models on top of that. But then it can be easily changed. Like, oh, this part's boring. Let's just erase it and, you know, redraw it in that one area or whatever.
Have you ever played, is a different thing at all, Rayman Legends?
I know the game, but no, I never played it.
Rayman has like daily and weekly challenges, and if you play those more often, you'll see that every level that they publish every week is a unique level, but some of them are endless, and you can clearly see that they are made of sections combined, because some of the stuff is reoccurring or you recognize from the week before, you know?
Yep.
Is it
That's
gonna...
one of the ideas for the new Raptor is like we make sections and we, like combine them in different ways. But I'll tackle that bridge when I get to it.
And what about a level editor for the public to use, and even a Steam Workshop like?
That's totally the plan. Yeah, Steam Workshop. You'll be level editor come with like everything. Actually, call it the game editor because it's not just levels. You could add new ships, where the guns are on the ships, where the engines are, whatever, you know. Or that actually the engine will be done in the 3D modeling program, but and then you have the music editor because now in the new Raptor, it's not just going to be a song playing in the background. Every song's got like 5 parts around, right? So it's got like the main loop, then it's got like when things get hectic loop, when you're almost dead loop, boss ship loop, you know, and it can seamlessly switch from one to the other.
Ah, that's really cool. So certain parts of the level just can, well, sorry, I'm all over the place. Are you gonna be able to control your speed?
Like the vertical scrolling part?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because that would totally make sense if the music is gonna be being adjusted to certain parts of levels.
Yeah, I'll write that down. It's actually, I was thinking about like having an afterburner like you have to do or something, you know, and it like speeds up for a short amount of time or something.
So this is the first time we're playing the 5th wave, and if I remember correctly, this one features a tile-based end boss part, because it's a stationary building.
Yeah, that idea definitely came from Firepower 2000.
It's a good thing I kept my. It's a good thing I kept my green missiles, because those will certainly help with this boss fight. And I have to admit, it's been 2 weeks since the last time I did a playthrough on rookie mode of Raptor.
Oh, and that's another thing I want to do in the new one. Since now you're kind of like in a tilted view, right?
Yeah.
There might be like a height of the ship, so you go up and down. So like you maybe like kind of like Zaxxon, where you got to like avoid hitting something, but you then got to go down and launch a missile and hit something on the ground, you know.
Like with the with some of the platformer games where you jump to the background.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You can fly lower and higher.
Yeah, I have to see how it feels first, but that's one of the ideas.
Well, that could be great if you want to deal more damage to ground buildings and avoid getting hit from planes. Like they deal less damage when you're lower.
Or even like gameplay things, like the end boss could be like in a trench, and you could be up, you know, up in the air where you don't get hit, but then you're down, you get less room to move because if you crash into the walls, you're going to blow up, you know.
I like the idea of that. So adding more tactic to it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's so many ideas. I mean, obviously not everything's going to make it into the game, but I was also thinking like somehow you change the map. Like if you play it once, you blow up something, and like maybe there was a river there now, or there wasn't a river there, now there is, or something like that, you know?
Maybe something that happens on the minimap have influences on what's happening with the level, like a drained lake or something.
That's, yeah, what I was thinking when I originally, way before this started, I wanted to make it voxels, and I'm thinking, oh, we could like a dam that you blow up, and then that water empties out, and now you have a path you can go down or something, you know?
It didn't even show up, this boss, because I damaged it before he could show up.
Holy bugs.
Let's have a look. I have no clue what to buy. I think I'm just gonna save up some more money. All of the other weapons are selectable, so... Alright, here we go, wave 6.
Hey, I'm gonna get a glass of water. I'll be right back, alright?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I'll keep him busy.
Okay.
I love it that even Scott has his own programs to feature when he's off to the loo. Whole Titanic's going on right there. Oh, we got his favorite dumb missiles. Wait, is this pre-recorded or are you really swimming in front of a green screen? What's going on? Alright, there you are again. At least I think so. Alright, game is getting a little bit more serious. Wow, your hair really dries quick after a good swim.
There we go. But a revenge idea is good.
Oh, these are maybe my least favorite enemies.
Those disc ones?
Yeah, I always figured that they have an eye on top or something. I don't know. Oh, not these. Not the rotating disc ones, but the ones with the red eye. One of my favorite levels or stages or waves of this game is Outer Region number 1, and that's because of the intensity of blowing up buildings on that one. I love it, blowing up buildings.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of chain reactions.
Here he is, level 1 boss. That means we can take a rest now for like 10 seconds. Oh.
Yeah, that guy was blown up way too easy.
I got your dumbfire missiles.
There you go. Yeah, with the new one, I'm debating like when you have mid bosses, how to somehow make a way so like part of the map repeats for a while, or I don't know.
Make an endless mode. Oh, and I always love the flying carryalls that can carry any item. You don't want to miss out on those.
The train ones?
No, the ones with the container on top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind here.
Ah. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen anymore, so that's the problem. Ah.
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube thing.
I know why that happened. That's because I changed between games, of course. My bad. Oh, here we go. This is the same boss as the one from level 2, but with improved weapons, I guess.
Yeah, some of the guys that made Raptor worked on that Quake 2 pack. It's funny, Peppermouse named one of the new songs Thalite.
Let's have a look. So now you can see it.
Alright, let me switch to that. There we go.
Alright, I'll go downstairs and get myself a drink as well, and then we're gonna continue on with the fun.
Yeah. Crazy Raptor fun.
Oh, we already finished 6 stages without any hassle.
I did. It took me a whole stream just to get through the first level.
Alright, you can take over for a little bit. Maybe there are some questions in the chat you can take the time to answer now. Maybe you could tell about that guy that is reproducing or demaking your game for the Game Boy.
Oh, it's kind of basically like a little project. They took some of the graphics and put it in that, but it's a total rewrite what they're doing. I don't think they're actually using the code from Raptor with that. Does anybody got any questions? Let me see. We got some other stuff here. I could play this. Oh, here we go.
Wow, dude, you decide to show that when I'm not looking?
Yeah. We don't really have a boss ship yet, so I put the one ship bigger.
Dude, I really love how how you can clearly see that they still look like the original ships, you know?
Yep. That's right. I can't wait to see it with the fog. I want like the original id 4 where the boss ship, or not the boss ship, the spaceship comes out of the clouds. I want that. I want like some of the levels to be like that, where you see it's like there's fog and stuff, and also this big ass ship comes out. You know.
All right, fly the next mission. See how far we can get. Wave number 7. I do have to admit that the game is getting harder on me because more enemies, more rockets, especially the fast projectiles, the more orange ones, those are the worst. And I always hate it later on in the game when you get hit by a laser. That's the worst.
If I could remake Raptor now, the one bad thing about the Bravo sector is it's like all the same graphic. It's all tan. It's all sand, you know? There's no change.
Well, I did always consider every level a different thing. But you mean like in the other regions you have the night levels and such?
Yeah, because I mean, visually you should be showing like progression. Like, oh, I made it, now I get to see new graphics. And it kind of doesn't feel like that. And like in the new one, I wanted to, like every level we divided into 4 sections, and then you have a mid-boss, then the graphics change. So, you know, it feels like you're accomplishing something. Yeah!
Wow!
That was Rich's idea.
And I'm not really sure, but in the second episode on the 2015 version, I seen one level where a human runs from left to the right over the screen. But I've never seen that in the original, I think.
I don't remember, but if maybe they put that in, I don't know.
I did record it, and it's in the same style, so that's good.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but sometimes I put things in games like they happen randomly too. So it, you know, it could be just that. I don't remember.
Look, there's another failed Raptor.
And it's bigger.
And it's bigger, yes.
I wonder if that's supposed to be a Raptor or the ship from Battlestar Galactica. The old Battlestar Galactica and the devil guy, if you remember that.
I have barely seen it because I was pretty young and not really into Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica. No, kind of missed out on those. Still a shame that I didn't even see all the Indiana Jones movies.
When I was a kid, they never showed you what was in this crashed spaceship, and I was like, what the hell did I see in there?
Oh, we got so many nerds in the chat. That's good.
I mean, the 2004 is the new Battlestar Galactica? I like that one too. I didn't at first. I was like, I watched it, I got pissed at it, and then I went back to it years later and I'm like, this is pretty damn good.
Alright, I'm running out of health, so this time around I'm gonna buy myself a shield and some health. That's really lame, by the way, in the 2015 version. If you keep saving your game every time, it makes a new save game. So if you... But it doesn't say which levels or waves you did complete, so if you... It would only show your name and your bank balance, which is really messed up because if you bought stuff and you didn't remember how many cash you had left, you don't know which save file you need to load, and it was limited because it would say delete save games first before saving.
That's only in the 2015 version?
Yeah, and it's really creepy.
Yeah, they must have changed it because I had nothing to do with that one. It just came out one day. They're like, oh, I think they emailed me and I just said, yeah, and I wasn't really paying attention. But like I said, I had a weird feeling about Raptor. Like one day I knew I'd remake it, but for a long time I didn't give a shit about the old Raptor.
But it got also remade for the iOS, right?
Yeah, my friend did that one. Michael, the guy who did Pocket Tanks.
Oh, Pocket Tanks Deluxe. I played that. The one with the 10 downloadable content thingies.
Yep, he made a shitload of money on the game.
Well, I can imagine, because in the Windows XP era, that was the answer to the... Oh god, I forgot the name of the original, but you had that game on Windows 3.1 as well, where you just battle a real player or a CPU. You just had one weapon, and he was like, no, this thing needs more weapons, and then it needs even more. Yeah, Pocket Tanks was awesome. Yeah,
I liked that game a lot. Yeah, me, that Mike, and Mike Bay, who was my friend, and he's also like my boss at PopCap. We used to go to this retro computer convention every September. That stopped when the pandemic hit. It's gone now, I think.
I'm not really surprised right now that he got to work at PopCap. I mean, Pocket Tanks was...
No, Mike Walsh didn't work at PopCap. That's Mike Bay.
Ah.
Like, he made Warheads, Best Friends, Cosmobots, a few games, and he got bought up by PopCap. He became PopCap Chicago.
Before it became EA.
Yeah, the game Banana Bugs that were 3.5 years on.
Well, at least it came out.
They buried it. Basically, it was in the archive games after a couple of weeks. Along with almost every other game. I think the only game they really paid attention to was Plants vs. Zombies and Bejeweled.
Yeah, I can imagine. Those became real franchises with merchandise and such.
Even the guy that made Plants vs. Zombie got laid off when EA bought him.
Oh, and don't forget Peggle, of course. Peggle got, like... But too bad that was a Chuzzle, yeah, but Peggle was a console exclusive, Peggle 2. It didn't come out for the PC. Dude, nobody remembers Chuzzle.
That makes Chuzzle sad. Yeah, we used to have a bunch of these Chuzzle balls, and we'd play, if we get bored and at the office, we'd set up one of the garbage cans, and we'd throw it across the room and see who got the most in the garbage can. Well, here's a story about PopCap. So, we're working, and one day my parents were going to come by for lunch to see where I worked. And I go, Mike, why are you wearing a tie? He goes, oh, I got to go to a funeral. And the art guy, he always wore a hoodie and stuff, right? So he's still got the hoodie on. And I'm working, he goes to the bathroom, he comes back, he's all dressed up. I'm like, what? I'm like thinking, what the hell's going on here? So my parents come in, and my dad goes like, oh, how's Scott doing here? And it's like, well, he's an okay programmer, but he doesn't really conform to our dress codes. I was like, no, they do not dress like this normally.
He just feels better than the rest of you.
That was a good, well-planned joke.
I always forget to use my bombs, by the way. So I sell them for money. I think we are getting ready for the last stage of this sector.
In Raptor, the whole character selection doesn't even make any sense. I was going to do more with there's no point to which character you pick, there's no gameplay, anything behind it.
It's just visually, not like with Rise of the Dryad, where it had perks or something.
Yeah, in the store, that's it.
I forget the bombs because Florin isn't around. Yep, that's... I always, when I see it, oh, dude, you got like 5 bombs. Why didn't you use that? I'm thinking of Florin, like, I can hear him say it. Use the bombs!
Use the bomb!
I always forget
Did anybody
the bombs.
order a bomb?
I am too proud to finish this game with bombing. Final wave. I do remember this one is a tricky one. Try to avoid everything, and you want to destroy stuff for cash.
And I think in the new one, I mean, the ships are actually going to shoot, or your ship's going to shoot less, but it'll be like, so you can launch one missile and blow up one, look at like a real jet fighter. Find a balance between that and...
I hate the brown ones, they drop mines mid-air, floating mines. And later in the game, you get those red enemies. Oh, they're like the same, but tougher.
I'm not sure I remember.
Well, I do.
Well, I do.
Especially at the end of the easiest difficulty level, you'll get a few red enemies, especially the ones with the laser. Those are the worst because they really deal you a lot of damage if you're not quick enough. And later in the game, if you play this on the highest difficulty, because after finishing it for the first time, it will just restart on higher difficulty. Thank God you get to keep the weapons and the cash. But then, almost at the hardest difficulty, all enemies will be red, meaning that they will deal more damage. Have to deal more damage. Bullet sponges, if you must. Will you also be able to do a barrel roll? Nice. Like the flick of a button on those tiny drones. Woo. Made it.
Yeah, I can't wait to be at the point where I'm putting in the fun stuff.
Right now it's just coding.
God, putting those tiles down was a pain in the ass.
Hey, I haven't seen Apogee in the chat yet. They told us they'd be here. I've seen Terry, but I'm not sure if it's the same Terry.
Yeah, I thought it was Terry too. And Primaz was here.
Primos was here, yeah, but he's external Apogee, of course.
Yeah, Andrew from Below the Stones is here.
Ah, from Below the Stone. Nice. Can't wait for that title to launch.
I wonder where Mike is. His evil twin brother. There's Andrew.
Maybe Apogee sees that I'm doing a fine job on this and they don't want to comment because they love burning me.
Now this level I like. I like that whole platforms on the ocean thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. Because this is a transition to a new thing. You can clearly sense a different wind, a change of wind, like this is the end of something.
Yeah, if the Shareware version had more of that. Here's an animated one.
Yeah, indeed. It goes open and it has those awesome AliExpress LEDs on it. There we go. And these are the same animated cutscenes as in Blake's Zone, with only a few frames.
Well, it's the same routine. It's not the same actual animation.
No, it's not the exact same visual, but the thing behind it.
Yep, they use this thing like compress the video into frames, and then you can play it back really fast. Alex
McAngel's happy birthday. If I'm not mistaken, this is your birthday today. Not sure why I know that, because it's not even on Discord. I just kind of... That's how my mind works, I guess. Alright, that means it's time for the Bravo sector. And what I kind of liked is that in this game you can choose halfway through Bravo sector that you are going to play Tango sector or Outer Regions. But it's like taking out the lines of in what order you need to do something.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to do. I don't know why I took out that map idea. Where I always wanted to make it where you could go back, to any level. I
don't know what the game is gonna do if I do another Bravo sector right now. I'm 100% sure it's gonna put me back to wave 1, but is it gonna push me to a different difficulty level already? I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think that will just be handy dandy for the cash grab if I'm just saving up for that twin laser, because I do know that if you play well enough that you'll be able to buy the twin laser before the end of the easiest difficulty level.
Was that 1.75 million?
Yeah, let's have a look. I got 520,000. Let's have a look. The most expensive thing we can buy is the single laser turret. So, but in my opinion, it's not that strong.
Yeah, they are not very balanced.
Well, I do love the twin laser, but I still need to save up for that, so... You know what? Fuck it. I'll buy the single laser, just because we can. I don't remember the death ray. Oh, that's the...
It's the single one, the single laser kind of thing.
Oh, you're right. That is the single laser. This is the laser turret. The pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, the auto aims.
Oh, fuck it. I'll buy it. I didn't save, so I can always go back. Let's see what that thing is about. Alright, I do kind of like this. I didn't remember this being this effective. Everybody that's checking out this live stream, I am accompanied by squad host tonight. He is the original developer of Raptor, Call of the Shadows, and he's making a new version. So I invited him here tonight to watch me play the game, since his words, he kind of sucks at it. And I'd ask him to, I don't know, comment on stuff he sees or remembers or from back in the day. And if you want, you can ask him something about the development from the 90s, how it went down, or the new game he's working on, Raptor.
Remixed.
Death Demon Star 3.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's me more Raptor. Demon Star was more arcadey. That's another thing. I don't remember. I mean, I like Demon Star better, the gameplay wise, but there's things that drove me nuts about shooters. Like you blow up and then you get a new ship. Where does it come from? That's why in Raptor you get the shields instead of like multiple ships. But I think in the new one you could actually get blown up, and then you get like a basic ship and you have to upgrade it again or something like that. Oh, my mic? I'm probably talking too close.
Oh, it's okay.
What happened?
I have you set a little bit louder, so I'd be sure people could understand you through the loudness of Raptor. Right, on the weaker ships, this thing is awesome. This laser. Pew, pow, pew, 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 pow.
Is that a little better now?
Got no clue. I got a different sound output than they have. Oh, dude, it's the worst for ground stuff. Ah, godver, I took like a lot of damage there. It's a breeze on these guys. Right, do want to pick that up. That's worth a lot of cash.
A box of guns just floating around.
Only worth cash, not ammo, nothing.
Next tape.
Well, in the next game, are you gonna use some sort of fueling system or recharge or something like that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like the weapons, I think some of them are going to be limited. So you get like, oh, I only got so many of these missiles. I only got so many shots. You know, I could run out of bullets or something. You know.
I'm not sure if that would be awesome.
Yeah, you got to play around with it, obviously. You know. I might make the main gun actually like an energy weapon, so it's not like you got unlimited like physical bullets. So there's a reason why you always have the basic shots. The basic shots.
I loved it. That back in the day, if you really be short on cash, you can even sell your main weapon. This one. Where is it? These the MG-21C Reaver twin machine guns. If you sell these at the start of the game, you messed up.
I think in the new one you're gonna like you might as well pick up stuff, but you can't use it right away. You have like from all your weapons, you got to pick the best ones for whatever mission you're on, like up to 3 or something like that. So you're not gonna be carrying around 20,000. I mean, how does it change? Like a little gremlin inside there changing it. I need the twin lasers.
Don't feed them water after midnight.
Yeah. Gizmo.
Alright, wave number 2. Oh, I like this one because it's the one with the tractors and such.
God, I haven't seen this in ages.
I remember that when you were streaming your development stress and such, that in the main background you'd be watching my gameplay videos as a reference.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, I used that for the one Raptor video. I used it a lot.
Oh, more's coming really soon. So.
Well, it was easy because it was like a big recording of the whole thing, basically. So I could go to any point without having to play through it,
God damn it! It's getting tough. Ah, the harvester, that's nice. Rhubar has a nice question. Isn't your current project maybe too ambitious for just one man?
Well, there's Pepper Mouse doing the music, there's Thundermare doing art, this guy Chris might be doing art, Mike Strollart that's doing Blow to Stone is going to do the story. He might help out with some of the graphics too. And then we got another programmer we want to hire. It's going to actually finish the tools.
Oh, that would be fantastic. So you could focus on other important stuff.
Yep. All depends on the Kickstarter,
You hear that, guys? The more we kickstart, the faster and the cooler Raptor we'll get.
I think we got enough to pay me and the art guy right now, but I was hoping to make more. So, I don't know. They made like a couple $100,000 that I could actually hire the full-time programmer.
Oh, that hurt. I just figured out recently that picking up one of these $sign stars that they only are worth $50. That's hardly worth your while. I'm always trying to get all of them, as many as I can. Yeah, forgot about this one.
I got a Patreon thing going too, but I think the Kickstarter. I mean, not only make money, but it also good advertising. And people get cool, rewards then too.
Yeah, I most definitely want a physical copy of the next Raptor. Dude, I want to be involved on the next Raptor. I want to be a tester.
There you go. We could test this one when it's ready.
That would be great.
Remixed.
So many stars.
I always hated those things. I don't know why I put them in. I'm guessing I got the idea from some other game. Maybe it was Firepower.
Ah!
The only reason I wasn't going to do a Kickstarter because for one, I suck at writing and stuff. But then Mike Strollart, the guy making Blow to Stone, we're friends, and he goes, "Well, I'll help you with it." I'm like, "Okay." And he's done multiple ones before, so.
All right, finished another wave. And that's the thing, when I'm saving up for the most expensive gun, all I buy is face shields and try not to mess up too many of them. I might as well sell this one. These I don't use.
Actually have the music tool thing loaded up if you wanted to do that full screen thing in between levels one time.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I actually have the music tool project loaded up. If you remember, you said that you set it up so you could like share my screen full screen. You don't have to. I mean, I just.
Yeah, well, I could. If you share your screen, but I have to set it up manually. But we can do that. No biggie.
Oh, I'll forget. Just keep playing.
All right. Well, we can do it later.
Yeah, I could just describe it.
Well, if you want to show it, it's fine. We could. Let's have a look. If you share your screen in our private call, then...
Okay, I hope I don't hang up. If I hang up, I'll come back. I have a habit of pressing the wrong button. Turn.
Scott?
Back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, share screen.
This one. All right. Layer management. Where is it? There it is. I think. I'm not sure. Oh, it's really tiny. And now it's not. Alright, this kind of works. It's a little bit tiny, but people can see this, I guess.
You can see my screen now?
Yeah, it's not readable, but we can see it.
I'll run the program. So yeah, the music in the new Raptor, it's really going to be important to the game. So, hold on, it's running. Compile! Alright, so each song is going to have multiple parts, right? Where am I? I just loaded one. So you got like, the intro, you get the main loop, alt loop, that just put some variation, then like there's a lot of going on, they'll play this track, boss ship comes on, play that track, shields will play that track. And then each one can have these event things like that in sync with the music. So you want a light to blink in sync with the music, you do that.
Oh wow!
Or like say you want the boss spotlights to sway back and forth, in sync with the music. You could do something like that, Then in the code I have to actually program that, but I've done this before. It was really kludgy. Like you had to have another MIDI track along with the song, and it would take a shitload of time to do it. And I'm like, I don't want each song to take 2 months, so I started making this music tool so like Peppermouse could do this.
All you need to do, all you need to know is the pace of the music, like the RPM and such.
Yeah, it's where you set it up here to BPM.
Yeah.
The measures. Yeah.
RPM, BPM, potato. I'm not a music guy.
Potato. Yeah.
This it also kind of made me think about Guitar Hero Live. I'm not sure if you played that.
Yeah, funny enough, this routines, I made this like 10 years ago with the intent of using it in a Raptor 2 one day. But you can do like a Guitar Hero kind of thing where things can happen on beat, or you can see like something coming down, you have to hit it like on beat or something like that.
Yeah, and the thing that you described, that when shit's getting intense, that the music's getting more intense, like playing a different music track from the same position in the music. It's like the Guitar Hero Live would play 3 songs at the same time. One where you'd play normally, one where you'd play very good, and one where you would suck. And yeah. the crowd would respond to that, even visually.
I used to love that game, that and Rock Band. That's basically it.
Well, it looks nice. It looks like a great routine to get your game respond to the music. I'd love that if I'd be listening to music during the game, that you maybe see, I don't know, a lighthouse in the distance that uses this blinks with the light on the music,
Yeah, everything's gonna be in sync with the music. It'll be like just like almost a musical.
It's gonna be
even like
a visual
pulse, or the animations of the shields could be like all be in sync with the music. Boom, boom.
Well, I like the eye candy already. The lighthouse rave.
There you go. But I figure, like, I mean, even the shots could be done. Like, you have like a one track that just does a real fine timing, like say, like this or something. They'll say, like, okay, every shot in the game is cued on time, like that fine timing there or something like that.
Yeah.
Or have the animations all like timed with the music, you know. Or like I was thinking, like maybe some enemies have like shields, you know, that kind of like expand and contract on beat, and when they're expanded, they're like weaker or something. So just something little, you know.
Oh, I can see it happening.
So, all right. So, if you want to put me back to the camera.
Yeah, dude, you're teasing us with. Can't wait for like this thing called Raptor 2 or Raptor remixed.
Yeah.
You don't mind me calling it Raptor 2, right?
Well, it's not really Raptor 2. I just think Raptor 2 is going to be a lot more. So.
Raptor reboot.
Yeah, it's more like Raptor reimagined or something like that.
All right, let's see. I'll put you back to the camera. It's not easy playing games and being behind the controls at the same time. Something like this.
Are you sharing? Oh, is it back to the camera now?
Yeah, all you need to do is turn it on, I guess.
Oh, I gotta turn it on. Yeah, okay.
Would be nice if I could turn on your webcam. That would be weird, though. Ah, there you are. Mirrored Scott. Alright, back to the game. I got 150,000. I always had the feeling, though, and that's what confuses me, that this game has a zero too many in the prices. Because it confuses me. It's too many numbers, and the last one is always a zero. Oh, that's not true. If you sell this one, you'll have a 5. Alright, next wave. Tango Sector, wave number 3.
I remember redoing the prices on everything. They still don't make sense.
Please make the stars worth more than 50 bucks.
I don't think that star thing is going to be in there.
Good. And in, like at the top of the screen, the game calls it dollars. Like you see the dollar sign, and in the store they call it credits, if I'm not mistaken.
Base credits. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we could have come up with a different symbol. I didn't even think of that.
An M with a dash through it. Like Monopoly. An R with a dash through it. Raptorians. Spend them everywhere you can. Ah, I'm catching rockets.
To see how much stuff is on the screen.
Oh, dude, I'm catching so many rockets right now. I'm just good at the shower episode. The rest of it is bullshit. I'm just saying I'm good at this game, but I'm...
Those things are way too fast.
Oh.
That's another problem back then. You got 320 by 200. There's not enough room. Well, hold on. Oh, I was sneezing, but I hit with a cough, actually. I felt like sneezing, though.
I do have to admit that I always start playing this game on the lowest difficulty setting and then grow into it, you know? But I cannot imagine that somebody starts out playing this on the highest difficulty level with the red enemies.
That's what I did under the pressure of everybody talking when I played it when I was streaming.
Yeah, it's your own game. Prove it. It's cool. Oh, and the pilot needs to be a reptilian. All right, nice.
That's an idea we had, but right now I'm leaning towards having like characters. It's like set characters that have names and stuff.
John Goldblum.
Yeah. That's all up in the air right now. I don't see when I get there.
I need to think about my weapon usage more. I should have just saved up for the big laser. Oh yeah, the camouflage in this level is lovely on the floor.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Big shed explosion. Tile by tile.
Yeah, and then with the new Raptor with the two-player co-op thing, I want to come up with things like we have to work together to accomplish a goal, not just be shooting everything more. I thought that'd be kind of cool, like, or something we can buy from the store. Like one player's got to buy this, other player's got to buy that. They're going to use it like together in some way.
Wait, how much money did we save up? Dude, why do I always forget about the bombs? It's horrible. I could have used those. Nobody's reminding me of having them. I don't even remember these bombs, by the way. You don't collect these.
Yeah, a lot of the weapons, like when I was going through the old code and stuff, I was like, a lot of the weapons are almost the same thing, and the only difference is the graphic.
Well, the dumbfire missile kind of is the same as the original missiles, but they act different. They shoot backwards, sideways, and then go up. Alright, next wave, number 4. This is the one where you can see humans. If you blow up a car.
Yeah, they're like the body's laying next to it.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure if it was this map or the night one with the lampposts, which really sets a pretty setting. Though I always have a hard time trying to figure out in the night mode what's coming for me and what's not. Oh, that's the first red enemy.
Oh, the red helicopter. I thought you meant like a spaceship. I was like, I don't remember a red spaceship.
This white car, if you blow it up, no human.
No.
Oh shit, the first laser enemies. God damn it. Alright, the blue car then maybe. Yes, there's our human.
Murderer.
Civilian casualties are mine.
Well, it's just the enemy compound, so he's a bad guy.
True.
I mean, office person bad guy, but...
But still civilian. Well, it's not one of ours.
Yeah, it would be cool to have like little people running around like a choplifter or something you could accidentally hit.
The difficulty really got higher. And it turned a little bit grim. Well, it took me years to spot that human over there, though.
Yeah, there's tons of little things like that in there.
Another thing that I do like about the blowing up the buildings on the floor, like the larger buildings, is that it... do you remember burning a paper with a magnifying glass when you were a kid? That when you would like try to light a part of the...
I still like burn like patterns in the wood or something. I remember I had like nunchucks and I like tried to put my name on it with a magnifying glass, burned it.
Well, we did newspapers, ants, everything. Ants would pop, by the way. But when you try to light a newspaper... Oh, look! There's a walking human! Right there! So it is in the original DOS version.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Yeah, you cannot shoot him! I wish you could! Dude, I don't remember that at all. But if you try to shoot a building tile next to a already blown up building tile, it would light up easier because the one adjacent to it is already blown up. And that's the same with an already burnt newspaper. Wait, you can shoot him? I've been told
the building tiles had like hit points, so like if something blew up like kind of close to it, it'd have less hit points then.
Ah, so that's how it works. Bomb! Alright, what's the key for bomb? Here we go.
And the bosses could have been so much better.
Oh.
You still got a lot of shields. Shoot her!
I'm messing up these boss fights. Oh. Holy shit, I messed up that boss fight. So you can shoot pedestrians. I used 2 bombs. But thanks for the reminder.
I should have put a little sound like when he killed the people.
Let's have a look. I could use 2 more shields. Why not? I know, Florian would have been proud of me. Yeah, it's spacebar for the bomb in this game, Eric Massa. But if you do that on the 2015 version, it's shift. Didn't know that.
It's weird. I look at my emails. I don't remember them proposing changes like that. We do got a new Raptor Classic in beta. It's way better than the 2010-2015 version. And you can also pick different sound cards. And you
do you want me to try out a little bit of it?
Do you have it?
No, I wish I have it.
It's in the Patreon beta channel. You get access to that, don't you?
I'm not sure if I have access to it.
I don't know if he fixed. We were experimenting with the color mapping, and I don't know if the latest beta has that fixed or it's still like washed out.
But the beta builds are not for usage during live streams and broadcasting, right?
I mean, you could play it.
Well, if you could send me something, then I could technically after this wave or the next.
All right, let me get the link.
No rush.
Beta bugs, beta download.
I always love betas and early builds, and I've been collecting prototypes like the mercenary as well. I'm still looking for betas from Hocus Pocus. Wacky Wheels. I found one of Wacky Wheels, which is pretty nice, but it's hard to get running because I don't have a joystick. Wait, I'm trying to shoot the human. Yeah, I did hit it, but I didn't kill it or him. I found a beta of Realms of Chaos. But I'm still looking for the one of Duke Nukem 2. That would be great to have. Don't shoot the messenger.
I added you back to the Patreon thing.
Awesome. I'll check it out. Will it run the full game of Raptor?
What?
The original episode, parts of it is in there, right?
In what?
In the beta build.
Oh yeah, the whole game's there.
Awesome.
It's basically, and it's closer to the DOS version than the .emu versions by far.
Is it with the exploding particles around the ships?
Yeah, you could put a 1999 mode when I added that, yeah. Turn that on and off.
Awesome.
You also pick which sound card.
Oh, I got messed up by the laser.
should be able to copy the save files from this version, I think, and work in the other one. Yeah, that's another thing. The .emu versions run 30 frames a second when the original ran 24, so it's like 20% faster.
But that means the game does run faster.
Yeah.
It takes less time to complete.
Yep. Also makes it harder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know why I did this, but I had mono sound. All the music's mono. All the sound effects are mono.
That's what I was talking about with the...
Yeah.
With the music. I was talking about this with Smash Dash, and the music was 11 kilobytes a second.
Well, back in like 2000, that was, it's hard to make a MP3 or whatever,
Yeah, but 2015.
Well, that one was out of my hands. I had nothing to do with that.
Thank you, Matt's Gambling Slots. Happy that you enjoy it. If you have a question for Scott, who is developer of the original 11 kilohertz, my bad. Did I say something wrong? Kilobits. I'm a video guy. Come on, don't punish me for that.
Kilohertz. Yeah, I remember when I made that, I didn't want to use like a library or something to load a compressed file, so I just made the WAV file because that was easier to load.
I don't even remember how I got the game on my Steam. I think I don't know. How did I obtain it on Steam? Because I sure didn't buy it. Because I was my opinion is, why would I buy it if I already have the MS-DOS version? It doesn't feature any extra content,
I think it has that mode where it does the graphics, like doesn't make them higher res, but it look like crap, I thought.
Yeah, but it's still upscaled. It does run on 1280 by 800. I still had to upscale it to 4K to put it on YouTube though. Oh, I got 2 of these. Sell. I'm gonna sell my dumb fire missiles. Fire my dumb missiles.
Stupid missiles.
You dumb. Get out of here. Wait. If I technically would sell this one and the laser turret, I have enough money to buy the death ray. The death ray. Here we go. It's not the best weapon in the world. This is just a tribute to the twin laser. And that's the con side of the single death ray, is that you have to be parallel to where the unit is that you're trying to hit. That means he is able to hit you as well. Oh, red enemy. They're slightly larger as well. It's not this. Technically, it's not the same sprite.
What is the helicopter?
But later on in the game, all the enemies are gonna be red. So you better stock up on those shields.
I know the last sector, like everything was themed to like the planet it was on once it got off Earth.
Oh yeah, I like this one. This graphic is nice. And you can only blow up the middle part.
The radio tower?
Yep. The 5G tower. Yeah, I don't have the aiming thing anymore. And if you don't kill the mid-boss stage guy fast enough, you'll get regular enemies. But what I do know is that all I need to do now is just stack up on shields, only keep on buying shields, and then mid the next episode I'll have enough cash to get the twin lasers. Got him. Oh, this is where they keep their... Oh, that's so bad. You cannot blow up these silos.
Hangers.
Hangers, silos. Yeah, hangers. You're right. Don't forget, I need to translate everything in my head.
Our corn just fell over.
It's a yeah. I always imagined it would have. it's vertical or horizontal. No, don't forget, I need to translate everything. English is, of course, not my. It's my second language.
Me too. C++ my first one.
I'm more of an HTML guy.
Boom.
Alright, this is gonna go quickly because... Oh, dude! He has the freaking lasers in the middle. Guess where I was?
In the middle.
Yep.
You know, like the Raptor bosses never floated my boat. They look like a static image just moving around, throwing a bunch of shit off, you know?
Well, it helps that the rockets kind of produce a little bit of mist, I guess.
Down.
Yeah, sometimes I do that as well, and I'm 100% sure, Matt, that switching between the ground missiles and something else, like the laser, is something that I do during my playthrough of 2015, which it's already on YouTube. I still need to publish it, I guess, but I got so much gameplay that's coming. I mean, I just published a video 34 minutes ago while I was doing this. That's the YouTuber life, right?
There you go.
Yep. Alright, wave number 7. I think after this episode I'll check out the new build. Ow.
If the latest one looks like shit, you can always go to the one before it after all of the betas are up there, so.
I shouldn't have sold my freaking lasers. The laser thing.
You should have made a weapon that shoots sideways.
It's not Tubular Worlds. That's the thing with Tubular Worlds. You just upgrade your weapons by collecting them, and then you have to collect it 4 times, and then you got it maxed out. But if you die, you're weak and slow, and you can forget about it on certain levels. You know, you can just stop playing. These enemies are the worst. Just try to avoid those, or just try killing them before they enter the screen. But I love it how this laser is made for air units only, but if it's a tank, it works. Harry Aaron says, Scott, thanks for making Raptor.
I was just replying with pipes in.
I don't think I'm gonna kill this guy before we... Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, just in time!
Oh, it's a mid-boss. I don't even remember.
It's a weird thing that most of us spend more time in your game than you did.
Yeah. Like I said, the end half of making Raptor, everybody wasn't getting along. It wasn't like, it's just, you know, I felt like it wasn't done. And until I started making this new Raptor, I really didn't know that it was just people like held it so dear as they do, you know.
I mean, that's the reason why I collect stuff like this, you know. I bought it on CD though. I have to say it's the Dutch version, but they didn't. Don't worry, they didn't translate your game. It's only the cover and the manual. That's all. And I don't even think there's a manual in. No, the manual is blank.
For what?
It only says how to put in the CD and how to run it. That's all it says. Type RAP and then press enter to start the game, but in Dutch. Ga naar de harde schijf, meestal C en de directory die het spel bevat. Als je de default hebt geaccepteerd, dan is het Carnage. Carnage? CD Carnage. En then press enter. Typ dan rap en druk op enter om het spel te starten. Minimum requirements 386DX 33 MHz, not kilohertz, bits. VGA monitor, DOS 3.3 or higher, 4 megabytes of RAM, 2 megabytes of space, 12 megabytes of space. 12 megabytes, Scott?
There we go.
Oh wait, I remember that I got this game on 1 or 2 floppy disks. That's not 12.
Come on, 2 or 3.
I even collected multiple sharewares of these. Some of them are really horrifying.
I got a whole bunch of discs. Raptor.
Alright, I'll beat you that I have the most ugly shareware diskette of Raptor ever made. That even you would be ashamed.
Okay, let's see it.
I got a picture of it. I'll show it after this way. Oh, we're at the end. That's nice. Don't laser me. I'm afraid. Lasers are on the outside. Good to know.
Hey, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a few Raptor things.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That would be great.
Be right back.
Boom. That's how you do it, I guess. Buy shields. Alright, let's see if I can beat Scott in the most ugliest of ugliest sharewares of Raptor. Let's compare ugly floppy disks. Here we go. I have it in my archive. I'm 100% sure it's in my shareware thing. Where is it? Floppies. Shareware distribution Netherlands. Pictures. Photos, edited. I'm not sure why I ever did this, but I even made the bags transparent. Raptor Ziploc. Alright, here we go. Look, it's transparent. And it's really big. Because I didn't prepare for this. Try to beat this, Scott. Alright, I'll get my share of floppy as well. Let's see. Raptor. This is how it was sold. I'm not even kidding. It means shoot game. It's even with the address on it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it means shooting game. Well, I like the clip art. It's on all of them that I have, you know? All of them feature that awful clip art with the logo of Raptor in some sort of skewed papyrus? I don't know. I should check out this version of the game though. Wait. I think that I got it backed up. Yes.
Alright, I'm almost back.
Oh, wait. Quick, hide it. Hide it. You didn't see anything, right?
Okay, I see it.
Here it is.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's kind of Dilbert indeed. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, you're mirrored right now, but we get the point. What's the thing on the bottom right of it?
Bottom right. 3.5-inch disc? You mean that?
No, the image of the circling thing.
Oh, that's a Kilo Blaster or something.
Ah, so 3 screenshots of
Yeah, I got 3 screenshots and I got 1. I'm more important. Yeah, Galactics, my first game.
Wow.
And my cat's here. Hey, kitty. Here's the gem. The original Raptor box.
Oh, wait. I'll put you full screen. That's nice. That's nice. Well, it kind of looks shrink wrapped instead of sealed.
Yeah, it's still got the plastic on it. It's kind of wrinkly, but I never opened it. And I got
you don't need to open it. You know what's inside. You made it.
Yeah. I came on here, or Demon Star came on here. I think Raptor. Oh yeah, here. Raptor and Demon Star were on here.
Wow.
Yeah, Raptor, Demon Star.
This is what you found in that crate over at your mom's place recently, right? Yeah.
Well, actually, my ex-wife, we must have left a crate in the storage unit, her old apartment. She calls me one day. She goes, "Scott, I found that tub of games you've been looking for." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm glad nobody stole it. Oh, I got Duke Firepower. This is a game, like one of the main inspirations for Raptor. This is the original one. And then I thought I lost this because it was in that crate.
It's a good thing you kept the box.
At PAX, I found this on sale for $30.
Wow.
$28. Now I just got to get a SNES to play it again.
Well, I got 3 of them, but it wouldn't fit your game. Mine's are European.
That one.
Oh wait, there's more coming.
On the original, here's a story behind this one. So I told them, do not call it Raptor. I did not want Raptor related to Demon Star, because this would have proved they could make a good space shooter without any relation to Raptor, because at the time I had a bad taste in my mouth about it. So I walk in this damn store, I go, oh cool, my game Demon Star. It's always cool to see a game you made in the store, right? Then
Dude, I love what they did with the shiny golden logo.
Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of like embossed, too.
Well, it's not even your logo.
They put that fucking sticker on a long-awaited sequel to Raptor. I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, why did you guys do that?
A lot of people thought that it was... Of course, it's from the spiritual father of Discord, but... Demon Raptor.
They had these dumb... Here it is. Oh my god, here's a story. Here's a good story. So they made thousands of these demo discs, right? The idiots... Demon Star's on there. They put a beta, and all my betas I sent them had a timeout for 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, it didn't work. They put a beta on there.
No
I'm like, dude, you had like 10,000 of these discs made. With a Demon Star, it doesn't even work. And their answer was, "Oh, people love to find bugs and go to our website and download the fixes." I'm like, are you kidding me? So they kept saying, "Oh, we got this big deal, $200,000 next week." They never made any money. I think I got $1,200 from them. That was it. While they had it. So,
you should have given them patch upgrades to turn the game into Mercenary to 2029.
Yeah. No, but then I was really pissed. So they're like, "What are you complaining about?" This is Ionos. They sold Demon Star for a while. They're like, all other people were selling for all these other games are happy. And I'm like, oh yeah? So I started calling them, every company, one at a time. And they were all pissed off too. But one of them, the guy that made Warheads, this is like 20 years ago. That's Mike Bay. And it turns out he lives near me. We became friends there around like year 2000. Or no, it had to be 1996 probably. We've been friends since. That's the guy who became my boss at PopCap then. That's how we met.
It looks like the One Must Fall character on the background like that, with in the T pose.
The what?
The T pose, like the rigging.
Oh pose. Yeah. I forget they had that on their website with some weird, at the time, some HTML thing that didn't work on everybody's browser. Like I was animated. It was really dumb. No, but anyways, I finally got the rights back to Raptor, and I almost disappeared. I worked on another year, and made it better, and released it. We found out they sold one copy on Digital River in a whole year. That's it. We got it done. First day released at 10 sales, and it went up to like maybe 40 sales a day at $20 a piece. We're making a ton of money. And then it won ZDNet Shower Game of the Year, which I got the award for. But I broke it. It was in a water thing, and I dropped it, and the globe broke to have that remade.
Wow.
Computer Gaming World Short Game here.
Wow. Just you have awards for games that you made. It's so cool.
Yeah, I liked Demon Slayer, but then it's like how I stopped making games. I got after the Ianos thing, and then after all that work on Demon Slayer, I was basically burnt out. I made a game called Treasurefall. That was like the last game I made for a long time. I spent like a bunch of years trying different games. I was making a paint program. That's why when my friend said, "Oh, we're looking to hire a programmer," and I'm like, "Dude, I'll work for you, for PopCap Chicago, right?" It's like I thought you were against like working for a big game company. I'm like, I'm ready for something else right now, So I did it. But I thought it was like a for sure thing, so I had actually submitted a resume to PopCap, and it was like hundreds of people. It came down to me and this guy with a major in computer, like a master's degree in computer science, and I won. So.
Yeah, but that's because you won prizes. But I can imagine that if shit happens like what happened with the Demon Star CDs that they sold and the what's it called, the PopCap closing down while you just finish your project, then yeah, I can imagine that you don't want to.
Yeah, it's hard. A lot of people can't make it through the game industry. I think it's all fun and games, but there's a lot of bad shit you got to go through too. Or then we were making, me and Matt, after Raptor, spent 2 years making Mantra, a role-playing game. And we were talking, and Dave Taylor from id, I believe it was him, because we're still friends, he was talking to Origin, I believe, to finance it, maybe? And then EA bought Origin, and that deal went away. That's when I started Demon Slayer. I'm like, I got to do something quick now. I spent all my money for me and Matt making Mantra, and it's got at least 2-3 years left, and there's no way we're going to get this done. I'm going to have to make something, faster. That's why I made Demon Star. And so when Ianos came along, and I thought, oh yeah, well, I'll just make a game like the old days, and we'll sell, I didn't count on them being so bad at it.
In the meantime, I started the first nightly wave of the game.
I didn't work at Edios. I know that name, but I just we basically became the office of PopCap Chicago. It was just me, Mike, and Jim, basically. I should get a box. Hold on, I get a box version of one of the PopCap games.
Well, every now and then I visit a fair where I look for big box games, but it's mostly consoles lately, And if there are any big box PC games, they are like expensive as hell.
This is one of the games that our office made.
What's the title?
The Wizard's Pen.
Wizard's Pen.
That came out like a year before EA bought them, so it actually got a box, And my game Banana Bugs basically got shelved after all that work.
Well, it's a good thing that it's still available for the public, because I do have a build of the game.
Banana Bugs?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I know the last time I checked, it was years ago. They had like it on their archived thing or whatever.
Now, I'm not 100% sure if it ever came out, but I do have it. If you look on archive.org, you can find it. Somebody did archive it, so that's good.
Oh, cool. I'm sure I got a backup somewhere. I remember my boss, or Mike, calling Apogee, PopCap. He's like, why aren't you doing anything with Banana Bugs? And they wouldn't say anything. We're like, then we found out later that EA bought them,
Well, it's probably inspired by Jazz Ball, right?
I'd have to ask Mike. There was 2 games before that, Cosmobots and I don't remember.
I'm afraid of the lasers.
Here's a funny story. So one day I'm working, at PopCap there, and my Mike comes in, or he's leaving for the day. And he's like, "Oh, by the way, if you have something else you want to work on, you can work on it because EA bought PopCap. Basically, we're all going to get laid off." And I go, "Cool, I'm working on something." So I pulled up my MacBook and just started working. He walks out the door, and he comes back in. He goes, That was the most unnatural response to getting laid off. I was done. I don't like working for a big company.
I got slaughtered. I messed up.
I went AFK?
Ah, that's Timothy. Timothy saw you put off the headset, go out.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's have a look at the build that you made. Where's my Discord? There it is. Let's have a look. Let's go to the Raptor Discord of Mountain King. Where did the name Mountain King originate from?
Well, back in when me and Matt were making Mantra, we used to listen to a lot of like metal songs and go to like metal bars and stuff. And one of the bands was Sabotage, and one of their songs is the Mountain King is one of the albums and songs. So I just thought that was cool. I mean, I like the classical song too. All the Mountain King.
I love it how most of the names like Raptor originated from a movie and that from music.
Yep, and then the first name Cygnus, I pulled that out of an astronomy book, but then I realized there's a bunch of other Cygnuses, so...
So you changed it, since it's confusing.
Mountain King, yeah.
I'm trying to find a build in the Patreon... Oh, here, beta downloads, yeah, found it. Alright, I'll try.
Yeah, Mountain King.
Version 0.09. And this one's called SDL Raptor. Extracting it right now. Opening the folder. And SDL Raptor. I'm not sure if it's gonna... Oh, it's gonna go full screen. Nice. Oh! Here it is. This is the latest beta build of Raptor Call of the Shadows. Do not distribute. Hey, there's a name added to this. Isn't it? No.
Maybe we added Bobby Prince for it because he did the Apogee theme.
Yeah, I think the Bobby Prince is added to the list. Alright, let's have a look.
Oh yeah, see if you notice the colors are kind of blue tinted. Is that it looks more like how it looked on a 90 CRT now?
It runs smoother than the DOS version, and you can clearly see that the resolution is a little bit different.
I don't have any sound.
Oh, that's because I didn't share my...
Oh, it's working in the stream. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. It's probably horrifying loud.
Yeah, it's weird. In that one MS-DOS Facebook group, people were posting pictures of a Raptor on a CRT, and I'm like, those colors look bluer. Then I did a bit of research. It turns out the average color temp of an old CRT monitor in the 90s was like 9,500, whereas today it's 6,500. So then I made routines to calculate the color temp. So that looks a lot closer to the way it looked on a monitor way back then.
But it does feel like I'm playing the original MS-DOS version of the game. But
yeah, Dookie YTK, if you know that guy, he did like some other Raptor things in OPL stuff. But he did this port. Over the years, while I was finding all the Raptor source and stuff, I'd send him like whatever I found. He built like a GitHub repo of. We're gonna make it open source one day.
The original source code's still available. It hasn't been lost.
Nope. Yeah, he put it all together from all the things I found.
Very good. And can I put in my save file from the MS-DOS version, and will it read it?
It should.
Oh, that opens doors. Let's have a look. It even features file _id.diz. Because I remember that if you have the wrong file for that it would not work after one level or one wave. The game would just crash and say you got the wrong file ID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's some sort of copy protection.
Maybe. I did all kinds of weird shit in the original one. Like, there's like a bunch of encrypted stuff, and I mean, I wouldn't even do that now.
Well,
I'm worried about, like, I did that because I was worried about, like, people used to hack stuff then resell it, you know? And take out our order screen and put in their order screen or something, you know?
So it was more of a protection, not from pirates, but from people. You were afraid that other people would distribute your game, like claim that it's theirs.
Yep. Or to just change the order screen, and you know.
Yeah, you probably know the story about Wacky Wheels and what happened between them and Scunnycart.
No, I don't.
You have the game Wacky Wheels from Apogee, the guy that made that engine. His name is I forgot his name. I know the music guy. His name is Mark Clem. But the other guy that made the game, or the engine of Wacky Wheels, he was like the first one to make a Super Mario Kart clone for PC. And he went over to different companies with his beta build to show it off. And even to a Belgian company. And they didn't went further along with the guy because they didn't see any money in his engine. Then he figured out that he forgot that he left his floppy disk with his game engine there, and his source code. So yeah, and he was like, I think it will solve itself. They won't find my source code or anything. They won't do anything with it. It was a Belgian company. And then a few months later, Apogee, they did want to produce Wacky Kart, also known as Wacky Wheels later on. So they published it. But before they published it, a few weeks before it was done, a Belgian company where he left his source code made a game called Scunnycart, and it runs on the same engine.
Oh God.
And they even published it before Wacky Wheels was done.
Did they sue him?
There's a blog about this where you can read the whole story about the guy that wrote this engine who made Wacky Wheels. And he never went into legal action. But up until today, he still doesn't like to think back about that period of time, and he still doesn't know if he did the right thing by pursuing them or not. But I can imagine that it feels horrible.
Yep.
If people steal your shit, then tell you that they're not interested in your shit, and then they turn your shit into something else. And Scunnycart, believe me, is the most horrible thing invented.
Bunch of assholes. It's stuff like that that really, a lot of people I know, like, they dropped out of making games and they got real jobs and stuff because of that shit like that.
Yep. Let's see if I can find my... Wait, there's a folder called Bart inside of my game, and I'm not sure why it's there. It's a folder from 2020. Weird. Let's see, where is my save file? It's called char 000ain. Right, it should be in... Maybe I need to reload the game. No, I don't. Look, so we can now continue playing this beta build with better colors.
There we go.
Hey, Anna. If you got any questions... Oh, this is way darker. For Scott Host, the... Wait. I didn't buy stuff. I need shields. For Scott Host, abort mission before we blow up. The original producer, programmer of Raptor, who's working on a new Raptor, and now's the time to do so. Did you know that Anna has your game in a big box?
Oh, cool.
And it's even on display in a museum.
Oh, I know you. Hey, what's up, dude?
I'm just gonna try to get through this mission alive by avoiding a lot. Because at the end of the next mission, I'll be handed a buttload of cash. And with that money, I'll try to save up for the twin laser.
You ain't a nobody unless you got the twin laser.
I know, such a noob right now. Yeah, normally we do the live streams on the Mondays, and then I was talking to Scott, and maybe we should stick the heads together. And well, it's a good moment to promote what you're working on, Scott. Maybe you tell the people.
Well, yeah, well, so about let's say a year and a half ago, maybe it's 2 years now. It's a blur, but yeah, I'll send you one day. I'll send you a signed one or something if I can get my hand on more of them. But yeah, it started off. I was just gonna do a port for Apogee of straight Raptor to like Nintendo Switch and stuff, and then I thought, oh, I forget the name of this game. I forget. It was this really cool stylized fucking game. I'm like, I could do it with shaders and stuff. I could make the Raptor look cooler, but actually still be the same game. And I was gonna make, there's gonna be classic mode and a new enhanced mode at the time it was called. And that turned out to be a nightmare. Basically having two games. One game is like code from 1994, which is horrible, and all the new code. And I was like, it just became a nightmare. So then the first thing came, I said, I'm gonna drop classic mode and just make the new mode. And then I started making the engine and everything, and then somewhere down the road, the art guy, modeled one of the old ships, the 3D model, and I'm like, well, I wanted to make some new models and stuff, but he's like, well, I thought I was always going to redo all the models like this. I'm like, if you're okay with that, I am. Let's just make it all 3D then. Basically, it's like a new Raptor now. Yeah, I can't remember. I gave a couple to my mom. She had it in my sister's old bedroom. It's gone. The Raptor boxes. I gave one to my grandma when she died. They must have thrown it out. I never saw it again. I don't know why I gave her one. I had like at least 12 box version of Raptor. Now I'm down to 2. And I might have a box that's open and crushed somewhere.
Ow! Dude, that cost me... Wow, I just lost one complete shield through getting hit by 3 or 4 laser beams. I hate those. And it's gonna get worse on the 3rd. Oh shit, there he is. Watch out for the lasers.
I can't wait to make the night levels in the new one with the volumetric fog and everything. Every light lighting up the fog, it's gonna look badass, like a Blade Runner or something,
Yeah, I already seen some tech demos or screenshots of what you're working on at the moment, and it looks so good. Maybe you could show the play the. Look at this. It's a little bit tiny, but it's a bit stretched.
I was thinking, without actually have a level editor, how could I just show what it's actually going to look like, instead of so I have the Megacorp March.
There he is.
No, just Raptor right now. I could handle more than Raptor. Especially this stuff on my mom. My mom fell and stuff in the last 6 months. Has been like spending half the week at her house. So
family first.
Oh, it doesn't want to turn off. Oh, there I am.
Dude, I should have just thought.
So, somewhere in the options, you could turn on the 1999 mode too, where the particles explosions from Demon Star in there.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my save game from the Steam version, and I'm gonna play. Wait, I'll do that after this mission, after the last wave of the Tango sector, and then fuck them all up on a higher difficulty on with the twin laser beam of the last outer regions. That's gonna be fun. How will cutscenes be handled in the new version? Is it going to be upscaling, filters, or redone?
Be redone.
Absolutely. Already knew the answer, but wanted to say it out loud.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not using anything from the original Raptor.
Well, this is the level with the Aztec temple in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
This is like where Rambo 3 took place, right?
Yeah.
Or Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot more sections. I want different stores. There's going to be like the Earth base, where you play Earth levels, maybe the Moon base, Saturn or Jupiter base, asteroid base, you know, asteroid field base. Be it fucking name, man!
I want to be a merchant in your new game.
There we go. Yeah, as long as it kicks.
The one that rips you off, you know?
Yeah.
That sells you rocks for luggage.
He sells you something that doesn't actually work or it blows up.
It's just paperweight.
Yeah. Yeah, all the levels will be remade for widescreen, 2-player. It's still gonna. I was gonna originally make it like the original resolution, like 200 pixels high, but I chose to make it. It's gonna be like 1280 by 720, which you can still see the pixels. Kind of looks like StarCraft. No, I don't share Easter eggs. It's gotta be. Everybody's gonna find that out. All I can say is that Rambozo guy's gonna be in the game somewhere. That's one of them.
Are you guys gonna sing for us on the 16th of March again?
May. Yeah.
May, my bad.
Yeah, I gotta do something like that.
Excellent. Then I know enough.
Yeah, if I talk about all the things I want to do for Easter eggs, that kind of loses its magic, so that's why I don't. It's like Fight Club, you know?
Just don't talk about them.
Yeah. Bigfoot, yeah, Bigfoot will be in there somewhere.
I hate it that when you pick up health while your health is already full, it just is worth half of it on your shield. Normally, a plasma pot would be worth 25 health points, but if it's on your... Wait, I need to focus, this is the boss. If it's on your shield, then it's just about 12 points, I guess.
Wasn't one of the Aztec temples there like blood on it, like an altar somewhere?
There's a nude guy in there.
Okay, there you go. It's supposed to be like a Buddha guy or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's the...
But the Aztec
Buddha.
is Mexico, so... Or South America, too.
Oh, dude, this is the worst one.
Now this boss I like. It had the 2 parts.
Yeah, it has spray to it. Haha, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, but we got a bunch of like world picture books and like planet books and I don't remember exact country we picked, but yeah, every level had a theme from something. It could be Vietnam. I like Apocalypse Now, you know. No matter where you are, even in space, you fly back to the same base. That makes no sense.
Ah, so this is the most of the story of the whole game.
If I did it again, I'd probably take out the reading part.
This is the thought that disturbs you the most. My growing reputation. Alright, save the game. And right now I am going to put in my Steam save game so we can skip ahead a little bit.
As long as they didn't change the format.
Let's find out. I won't override it, so... projects, no, games. Steam...
Oh, why are you doing that? Let me play, oops. Here's what the new death song for the new Raptor.
Oh, wow. Wait, we cannot hear the song, though.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, well, let me check OBS. Where's my cursor?
I think the save game layout is the same, so that's nice. They store it in a different folder. We still cannot hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, poppycock. Oh, I might have to change something in Discord because you're getting my microphone. Okay.
Exactly. All right. In the meantime, I'll go downstairs, grab a beer, and I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, dude.
You figure this out. Keep him busy, okay? Keep him busy.
All right, I want everybody to... things are going to... There's a new sheriff in town. We're going to do things a little differently now. First of all, everybody's going to send me $100 to my PayPal. Oh, I don't think I can actually send that sound to the virtual... Oh, so this whole time you didn't even hear the Bigfoot thing. Well, you know what you guys could do while we're waiting? Go to my YouTube page and look up the Raptor Death Song. It's one of the newer videos. I want everybody to sign up to my YouTube channel, and we're going to move and everything over there, where it's more lively, more entertaining. Ah, shit. You know, I bet they use like voice meter or something to pipe it through, you know, change the whatever.
Did I miss anything?
No, I just took over your YouTube channel.
Oh, fine. Anna, have you seen this one?
Yeah, it's totally gone.
That's my shareware.
Scott Gamert.
And it's from Zaandam.
What?
That's the where Anna lived until recently. There was the company that distributed these weird ass sharewares in Ziploc bags. They're from the same town, city. My bad. Scott Gamer.
Do you have any like hardware stuff in your museum thing?
Well, the museum, Anna's collection is being displayed is the home computer museum. So there's plenty of hardware to go around there.
I was thinking if you want something, I could maybe one day send you the 386 I started Raptor on and like sign it or something. If that's something you'd be thinking of.
That's cool.
It's in the other room. I just needs a new battery. It actually works.
Oh, I still have I just replaced my battery of one of my Game Boy games, so those are the same CMOS batteries.
I wonder if that's why some of my Lynx games don't. I don't think you can open a Lynx cartridge because some of my Lynx games do not work anymore.
Atari Lynx has been known to be messed up.
It sucks. I mean, at least Rampart works. That was my Rampart and Zarlor. Like back in the day, maybe my friend Daryl had a Lynx, and you connect it with the network cable. We could play like multiplayer. Rampart was really cool. Still got it here somewhere.
I just opened up a really weird beer. It's a whiskey, Wicked Whiskey Ice Triple BA 16.7%.
16 to the eeks, more than wine.
And this thing is dressed up as a barrel. I think I got this one from Marty, I guess, for my birthday. I'm not gonna look at the date because then it's empty.
Flash!
Oh, here it is. Check this out.
Ah, the Atari Lynx. Is it still working?
Yep, I'm turned on.
That's the first time in my life I see a working, functioning Atari Lynx.
I see a lot of people replace the screen with like a brighter one now. I might do that one day. I don't hear the sound. Where's the volume control? Oh, it's a wheel. God, this thing was so cool. They turned it off now.
Did you get the music to work on the stream?
Oh no, I probably have to use something like Voice Meter or something. I told everybody what the name of the video was.
Ah, can I listen to it?
Oh, you can play it. Yeah, here, let me send you the link.
That would that would tackle the problem.
I didn't even think. I'll DM it to you.
Well, let's have a listen to this. Wait, before I click it.
Hey, you play that. I'm gonna run and see if I can find something to eat. I didn't even eat today yet.
You do that.
I'll be right back. Be right back.
Jezus, het gaat helemaal mis. Hop. Here we go. Listen to this. I didn't even listen to this yet. Wow. This is so good! How did I miss this? 6 days ago! Something to buy! Wow! I really love this! Hey, Pfeffermaus! Wat rusten, pap! Neither have I, Andrew. It sounds great. It's far from the original, but you can still hear the original in this. It sounds like modern and old samples combined. I think this would be fantastic to visualize. That stuff would blink, move, and react to the beat of this music. Now you guys cannot see it, but with the interlaced cutscene images, the vibe is there. It's really strong. It's almost done. 30 seconds. Scott, we're listening to it right now.
Not cool. Yeah, that's not gonna be the graphics, but that's gonna be the new death song. And the cool thing, like, what I want to do is, you get upgrades for your ship, right? I want the ship to become like almost a character in the game, like it comes like intelligent, you know. So like when it dies, you feel sorry for the ship dying.
Yeah, though what Alexi says, I see what he says. He says it sounds a little bit like it's too upbeat to be a death scene, to be something negative.
Well, I mean, for one, it's a preliminary thing, you know. I mean, it's one of those works in progress. So, here, what?
Get my...
Well, I think if you see what I got pictured in my head of what it's going to be like, it does match it. Because me and Peppermouse talked about it, and that beginning part is exactly what I wanted. But I don't know how to explain. Well, actually, I don't have the graphics done yet, so I can't show you what I have in mind. There he is. Kyle, is that you? Can I share my website link?
It does not. load up the save file from the Steam version, or at least maybe if I restart the thing. But
I'm guessing they changed something.
hey, Apogee. Oh, shout out to Apogee. I just skipped the shout out to Apogee. Wait. Shout out to Apogee. Here we go.
I threw in some food. Yeah, hardly ever eat breakfast. Then we started streaming, and I'm like, wait a second, I didn't eat today.
Wait, shall I change the date of my computer to the 16th and see what happens if I start the game? How do you change the time on your machine?
Yeah, there's the link to mking.com where all the information for Raptor, links to Discord, everything are there.
Wat was moeilijk. Change the date and time to the 16th of May.
There you go.
I'm in the future now. Can you hear me?
Time keeps on slipping into the
they
future.
think I'm from the future. Alright, let's see what happens if we started the game right now. Oh, that's the DOS version. Don't do it, don't do it. Trap er niet in.
You boys just don't get it, do you?
You boys don't get it, do you? That's Bobby, right?
Yeah, that's Bobby Prince. There's a couple other wave files he did that were never used. Like this one is going, wow. I can send it to you if you want.
Sure.
All right, let me find them. I'll send it to you in Discord.
But there's more. If I remember correctly, there's more altered in the game right now. Some of the textures of the enemies have a cow print to them now, right?
Cow print?
Or am I...
the battle cows that show up.
The battle...
monkeys.
Where...
Cows, they're giant cows and their backs open up with a laser.
Is that in every stage?
No, it's on certain levels. I don't remember which ones. And then at one level, the Enterprise flies by. Another one, the Discovery from 2001 Space Odyssey flies by. A Raptor runs across the screen.
Let's have a look if I can see it.
The monkeys happen on level 2 of Bravo Sector. I know that. Yeah, I'm trying to find those old files. Old drives, where are you?
There's separate, unique enemies. Are they added to the roster of 11? So, playing the game on the 16th of May will only make the game harder. Fine.
I remember nobody knew about all the Easter eggs in there except the guys that worked at Raptor. And I remember that day, the first birthday. I made it so it happened on my birthday the first time for sure.
Oh, there he is! That's a unique enemy, and it doesn't want to blow up. I have never seen this before. Dude, the thing is strong as nails. What the fuck? And that's what I mean with games like this. There's so much to it. These are like the only acceptable red-colored enemies, by the way, because they fire rockets. You can avoid those easily. I'll probably eat a few in a bit, but... And this is one of my favorite levels, because in this level, you get to destroy so many building tiles. And after the mid-boss stage, it's gonna get even more and more and more and more and more and more buildings to destroy.
Lost? I can't get back to where I see the screen anymore.
Oh, I have to reshare it. I'll reshare
okay.
it after this. I can do it right now. Don't worry.
Okay, because I can't tell what you're talking about.
Well, we've seen one of the special enemies that's been added because today's the 16th of May or so. Here we go. Mid-level boss fight! Fucker!
There, I sent you the sounds from Bobby.
Alright, I'll play them after this one. So we can all enjoy them. Yeah, tonight was something special. I was talking to Scott lately about the Raptor 2015 build that's been out there on Steam, but that didn't come from his hands. It's from .emu. .emu? Whatever. It's okay. Replace the music files and it's doable. That's what we did. Watch out. And we were talking about why don't you do a full playthrough of Raptor sometimes on your YouTube channel? Scott's like, no, I'm not gonna do that because then I'm gonna fall door the month. People will know I'm nothing at my own game. Look, these are the...
I haven't played it in 28 years.
These are the enemies we were talking about. Or at least enemies, they don't do anything. They just soak up a lot of points, I guess. And then we came to the idea mutually to do this tonight, where I play the game, since I kinda suck, but not totally suck. And I've been playing it recently. So then I asked Scott tonight to join in and comment on, I don't know, everything and share a story about who has the baddest farts at id Software, you know? Yeah, he knows. He didn't tell us yet, but he knows. I know he knows.
I don't remember anybody farting, but...
Nobody farted, I just heard.
I remember my boss at PopCap, man, when he fucking farted a stinker and the whole office would stink.
So at PopCap they did fart, id Software they did not.
I don't remember anybody farting.
Alright, from...
Hey, hold on, real quick, I gotta get my food. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Microwave calling. From here on out on the game, even on the lowest difficulty setting, you're gonna get a lot of points for stuff. Hey Richard, yes, this is unexpected. I'm accompanied by Scott. He's telling us stuff about the game called Raptor because he was involved closely on it, and I'm playing this Patreon beta right now, which just is kind of a SDL port of the original game. But check this out. For everybody that hasn't been at the start of this live stream, you want to see this. Here we go. He shared this with me a few years ago, I guess, but it's far from finished. But did you know that during development of Raptor, the game had a different name? And it's not easy to find. I'm not even sure if this is available on the internet or somewhere else. I'm not even sure. Define somewhere else. But look at this. I've played it before, but look at this. These, I'm going to show it. This is an early build of Raptor. It features no sound, so I'll play music. But look at this cutscene. Not in Raptor, but elements of it are in the Raptor game. Tackety 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 tack. The ship's cold.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm just bragging about the Mercenary 2029. Oh, hot tacos. Enjoy.
Mercenary.
Look at this. This is like the hangar number 12, where you are the entire game, but this is from a different angle. This game is far from finished, so look at this lifting off. That's not in the original game. Probably fully upgraded ship right now, which is fine as well. No building.
The ship in the intro is different too on this.
Wait, I changed my date of the computer to the 16th. Does it have any influence on Mercenary as well?
No, it doesn't.
I remember that Anna, he was at my birthday 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, and I showed him this game on my real MS-DOS machine. I gave him a sneak peek of this. Because I really put this on my MS-DOS machine, which is right now on the attic. But as you can see, you cannot die, there are no sound effects, there's no music, it's a mute game. But that's because it's not finished. I'm not sure, I do think that this build is from 1993.
I guess 99 too.
92? How long did you work on Raptor?
This is the first thing I made. I made this when I was still working in my bedroom at home. This is before I moved to Texas.
Wow. How old were you when this came out?
I'd have to be 24 or 25.
You were complaining about the shadows disappearing on the original and this one as well, but here you can even see the enemies pop up at the top of your screen. They're like, and there they are. Sometimes though, yeah, look.
Must have already came up with my translucent routines by here. I don't remember ever saying one day, "Oh, I'm going to make Raptor." We were working on Second Sword. I just don't even remember the thought of like, "Oh, I'm making an RPG." I probably was just because I made Galactics, and I just was curious, and I just made a demo, and I think nothing come of it. And then I showed Apogee, and they really liked it a lot. So,
but this is like an infinite loop somehow. It doesn't end. It's gonna keep on coming. Haven't finished a level because I don't think there's an end to it.
Yeah, there's not.
That's evil because it took me 5 minutes to figure out earlier tonight.
Man, those tacos are spicy.
I do like this sunset more than in the original.
I have to compare them. I always assumed it was the same thing. I didn't even nitpick it.
I think it's different. Clean, exit. Alright, let's listen to the audio file that you sent me of the different intros that Bobby Prince recorded. Here we go. Number 1.
Zeeten, booten, zaten, zaten, zeeten, zoten, zizow. Zeeten, booten, zaten, zooten, zaten, zeeten, zizow. Wow!
That doesn't scream Apogee at all. Or what about this one?
You boys just don't get it, do you?
There it is.
Hey, hold. Have y'all paid royalties on that? Hey, that's mine. Hey.
Wow, these files difference between 16 kilobytes and 86 kilobyte. That is intense to add in a game as an Easter egg. That's huge as a joke.
But Bobby did it after the fact. There was the original one without Bobby. Then when he came to it or something, I said, "Hey, hold on, I hear myself." And I go, "Hey, can you just record some random stuff?" And he recorded those 3 things for it. And I picked the one where you boys just don't get it. I got here's something more I could send.
Oh.
Here's all the different monkey sounds. And here's some sounds that were never actually in the game. Some of them might have been. Hold on, let me load them up.
All right, monkey sounds. Here we go. That's way too close to the microphone. Without a filter.
Yeah, I had some cheap ass microphone then.
This sounds like the goats from Peggle 2. Ooh.
Monkey.
Everybody made their own monkey sound.
Everybody made their own monkey sound.
And when it goes monkey, it's Dave Taylor from id.
Dave Taylor's like, how does a monkey sound? Monkey. No. Yeah, he did it.
Monkey.
Oh, dude, I can do some monkey sounds. No problem. Alright, let's do a few more levels.
Here's some more sounds if you want them.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Attention pilots.
I don't remember. Let's see. The different hanger sounds. That might have been the
Oh, you can hear like montage sounds, like when you add stuff to the
like
the ship.
4 or 5. I don't think that's ever used.
Hangar 3.wave has been used when
Yeah, 3 was, but 4, 5, and 6 is it?
That's when a boss shows up.
Yep.
Dude, that was so foreshadowing, and I was always. Maybe you cannot imagine, but when you are reaching a certain boss for the first time in your life, you hear that sound, you know, you're up for shit, and I loved it.
Maintenance crew Alpha, report to
You having to make like more evil sounds, or actually probably Puffer Mouse will, but
yeah, but you just it makes you hang on to your helmet, you know.
New pilots.
I think that was one of that sound was off that LucasArts Lucasfilm CD disc or sound effect library.
It's insane. It's very, very well suited in there. Can you tell us something more about Galactics? Asks Anna.
Galactics? Like, there's a lot. Well, here's a story. I don't remember what it was, but like in the 90s. Hold on, I can turn off the sound. I go to a party on a weekend or something and come home drunk, and I put sayings in the stars in the background. I don't remember what they were, but so if everybody can figure that out. There's like little sayings in the stars somewhere. I don't have no sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I was very silent.
Okay.
Trying not to interrupt.
Yeah, I started that game. I mean, I remember I was playing Ultima 6, and the intro on that intrigued me because it had like sprites on top of layered on top of things. And like, I want to figure out how to make fast sprites, and it turned into Galactics. And it's another like a weird thing. With my first boss, I didn't know nothing about business, and he saw Galactics. He's like, "Oh, let's start a game company." 50-50, and the deal was I'd make the game, and he did the business side, and we kept cutting my hours more and more. And I'm like, dude, he's like, well, just put it out there. I'm like, put out an unfinished game? Nobody's gonna buy an unfinished game. He kept saying dumb ideas like that. We all get in an argument and stuff, and it's funny because Paul Radek worked next door at Neotech. We were friends for like a year now. We used to go to lunch together, and they offered me a job earlier that day. And my boss goes, well, if you don't get this game done, I'm gonna have to let you go because the money ain't coming in and something like. Well, so if you have any job prospects, you should take them up on that. I go, well, the place next door just offered me a job. And then,
okay, bye.
Yeah. Then he said something like, when I found you were because when I was going to college, I worked at McDonald's. He goes, when I found you were flipping burgers. I taught you everything you know. I'm like, well, if you taught me everything I know, you'll have no problem making a hit game on your own.
Wow.
So,
did they produce any more awesome titles then? After you left?
We wasn't a game company. We did like business software, right? I think the guy just saw that I could make games and wanted to latch onto it, but he wasn't a really good programmer himself. I taught you everything you know. I remember I started there. I didn't even know how to program in C. I learned C in 2 weeks. In 4 weeks, I was better at C than he was.
If an enemy is red colored, he's up for shits and giggles. Oh, yo, is this a mid-boss stage? No.
Get your ass to Mars.
As you can see, these turrets at the sides are already destroyed, but that's probably because we're playing on the easy difficulty level. Oh, UFO in the floor. It's still working, but it's not beeping on the music.
There we go. Yeah, there's no sound effect for that.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and I remember they gave me like $4,000 to buy that guy's half of Cygnus back because they didn't want to eat like ties to anything.
Oh, dude, blowing up these botanical gardens. Yeah. Fuck you, Mars base. Build your own colony.
It reminds me a bit like when I was a little kid. I'd make like Lego space stations, or bases and stuff, and I always have like where they grow the food. This place makes oxygen. This is where people sleep.
Well, if you can imagine that this game has been produced by 6 people, how many artwork there is inside of this already, and
4 people really.
And I'm not even talking about the programming. I mean, if it's being done by like 4 people, that's insane. Oh,
It's
4 base.
2 years. 4 people, 2 years.
Look at this.
Like I'd come in at like 9 in the morning, work till like 9 at night, then play Doom till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
I just made this a screensaver.
Yeah. There's a flaw. Yeah, that's why like some ships need like homing shots, so you can't do that.
This one had homing shots, but I already destroyed both of them.
Okay.
This is how you can stretch it. Okay, it does sound like a tough working environment, but hey, it was the 90s.
Well, the next job, but I actually went to that place next door, Neotech. I love working there. That was a funny. This is an older guy, Jim. He was like the business guy. He was like in the office across from me. And the one lady that worked in the front office always made cookies every day. So then Jim came in late, and all the cookies would be gone by the time he got there. So I'd take a cookie and hide it in his office somewhere. And I'd pick up the phone, press the button to ring his phone. I go, Jim, there's a cookie in the file cabinet, second drawer. And all this, you hear out of the other office. He put on some act or something. And then Paul would be working on this side of me in his office. I wasn't actually in an office. I was like, my desk was in the middle of the whole thing, so I didn't have my own office. And all of a sudden, I hear Paul start laughing, and all of a sudden, these splat balls would come flying across the room and start hitting the wall. And he goes, ah!
Worst working environment? I guess not.
I like that job.
Oh, Moxie works at the cookie factory as well. So since she's been working there since November this year, we accept all cookies. That's the thing, I guess.
And then I remember I got Galactics done, and another Mike, that was a boss of Neotech, and I go to Paul. I go, Paul, do you think Mike's gonna get mad if I quit? If I really gotta do this game thing, you know? He goes, nah, he won't care. If he lost me, he'd care. Then he's got this smirk on his face. So I go to Mike. Mike, I got to talk to you. And I go, I'm gonna have to give my 2 weeks notice. This game thing's really taken off. And he goes, what? You know, I repeated myself. Then I was like, this game thing's really taken off. I'm gonna have to give my 2 weeks. He goes, what? He was really mad. It's like, I didn't count on this. I'm like, dude. I go. He goes, let me think. And he comes back. He goes, I know you can't. He comes back. I know you can't give this up. But can you do like contract work for a couple, like 6 months or so, so we find somebody to replace you? I'm like, sure. You know, so I actually was working on Second Sword, then Raptor, and doing contract work.
All right. So in the meantime, we are doing wave number 3 of the outer regions, or 4. I'm not even sure. But this is the second nighttime level, and I love it that there's different lighting in this than the original daylight
levels in the new one.
Yeah, I've seen the lightning thing you were working on. It's insane.
That's gonna look. Yeah, the old ones have the old graphics. I mean, wait till you see it with all the new models and the volumetric fog, and you know, it's gonna look. I mean, imagine every shot giving off light that like lights up the fog around it, and anything it passes is just gonna look amazing.
I want to be blinded by my twin lasers.
It's funny, if I wasn't working, before I started this Raptor, I was doing shaders and stuff. If I didn't put that 10 years in on shaders and trying to figure out the lighting system stuff, I would have never been able to do this Raptor the way I wanted it to be.
You get better on every project you handle, right?
Yep. I was making like this thing called Shader 1 I saw in the UD asset store, and I'm like, man, you can only have so many lights, and in basic Unity or even Unreal, you can only have so many lights per object, you know, and like, if you put too many, some of them don't affect stuff, so things start blinking on and off, and I'm like, I need thousands of lights. And then I came up with this weird layered light map idea, so now I could have 2,000 lights at the same speed as 5 lights.
But you're involved in like all of it, you know? It is, like Ruba said, a really ambitious project. But it's a good thing that it's your main focus and that you're under the wings of Apogee and they would like you to do this as well. It's way better than just producing a game and hoping a publisher would pick it up. And therefore you're really lucky with Apogee, I guess.
I figured look at that new 3D Realms wanted to do the new Raptor 2, but I don't really know anybody there, so then when Todd Miller said, hey, you want to do, you know, we're getting the Apogee back, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in contact with, well, not really with Scott, but sometimes with Terry and with Primos, of course, and Every time, that's so much fun, you know?
Oh, here's a funny story about Primaz.
You met him.
Yeah, we're at PAX, and it was me, Primaz, and Nico, Exoside.
I want to hear this.
We're walking. We went to lunch in Seattle at the farmers market or whatever it's called to get some food. And on the way, there's this Bigfoot statue, and I got the Bigfoot sign if you can see it and stuff. And I got Bigfoot. me and Mike like Bigfoot. Like girl. Anyways, there's a big Bigfoot statue. We're like, oh well, let's take a picture by it. Primaz, he's got the accent, and he goes, what is this, Hong Kong? I go, you mean King Kong? But no, it's this Bigfoot. So if you ever see us say Hong Kong, that refers to that joke.
Well, that's...
We always go on a carousel. There's this carousel by the beach, like there's this dock, and they got this carousel. And the first PAX West, me and Dean were going to lunch, and almost everybody from Apogee wound up going, like Sam, Paul, a bunch of people, Mike. Anyways, we found this carousel, and it's like, it looked like it was shut down, and I went up to the lady, I'm like, hey, can we get tickets for it? She's like, oh yeah, so like I bought tickets for it, but we got on the carousel, and it's like, we're going, yeah, like it's a roller coaster. I actually got a video of that.
Well, I've seen pictures of you at the theme park, am I right?
That's part of it. Yeah, there's like a big Ferris wheel there too. The carousel's on the inside.
Dude, I'm not sure if Primos is still in the chat. Doesn't matter, but I find it so cool that this guy, he stepped out of his comfort zone. Like, he put out this tweet about Crystal Caves, like that mock-up that he made, like, of Crystal Caves. He posted it on Twitter like 3 years ago, and then Apogee, which still existed but was really silent, was like only Scott and Terry, maybe even only Terry at the time 3 years ago. And they asked Primos, can you really make that game like that? And I've seen the tweet, and they came to business, and he made that game. Well, it was only a joke, it was only a mock-up, and then he went producing that game for Apogee, and now look at him, he's freelancing for Apogee. He made 3 games: Crystal Caves HD, Monster Bash, and Secret Agent HD. I've been involved in all 3 of them, but not as a...
Wizardum.
And Wizardum, yeah, dude, Wizardum. I really, really hope that Apogee whiffs the taste of Wizardum and thinks we want that in our thing as well, because Wizardum, I've been playing that 3-level demo, and Primos has asked if I wanted to test that game as well. But dude, that game is awesome. Can't wait to get my hands on that level editor. That's the 3D shooter, boomer shooter that I've been, well, waiting for, I guess. But I love it that he is a fresh father. Like, he had a kid over like a little bit than a year ago, and he went to PAX twice already with his newborn. Well, I love it. That guy is going places just because of that fucking tweet on Twitter. So shout out to you, Primos. You're a legend. Really, you're living the rockstar dream. And in the meantime, well, not drifting off way too far, I got the twin laser. At least I haven't gotten it yet, but I do have enough money to bam.
Good night, guys.
Moxie says good night.
Good night. Yeah, I'm sending you a couple videos.
I'm gonna do 2 more stages, Moxie.
Yeah, okay. God is my witness.
God is your witness. Moxie's a bit jealous. She doesn't get the whole Raptor thing, I guess. Alright, here we go. We got the twin lasers! Hey, there's Bigfoot again. Oh, dude, look how much damage this thing deals.
You can close your eyes now and just...
Apogee really does respect people who shoot their shot. Absolutely. Sometimes stuff starts off as a joke, and then I mean, it's the same with me. Alexi challenged me to play Crystal Caves, which I haven't really played. Well, I don't really think I played it when I was a kid. And since I've done 3 live streams of all episodes of Crystal Caves, they were like, yes, we need him as a tester. And that's how I became lead Q&A, though on a voluntary basis, so it doesn't get me rich, but it's... Dude, it's like Apogee is my Marvel, I'm part of that universe. My name is in there because I contributed to games. Some of the games that are there, dude, don't get me wrong, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a game designer, what's going on there? But I am really happy that I contributed to those and that I'm part of the Apogee universe. If you would tell the 5-year-old me that my name would be in a Apogee game, and I'm not talking about the high score list, because I'm always going for a nice score, then yes, I wouldn't believe that's ever gonna happen, and I'm really happy that I got involved on certain titles as those. Crystal Caves, Secret Agents, great stuff. And I hope to be involved on the first builds of Raptor as well, because I love testing those. This is your moment that you say yes.
Can't wait to be at that point. There's so much work between now and then.
I can imagine. The squash. Dude, why would I pick up that pebble? Because it's worth 120,000 points.
I haven't seen this level in ages.
I love it. The lava.
Liquid magma.
Yeah, liquid magma, Mr. Lava. You don't want to know how many tickets I put in for fixing the game of Monster Bash, especially Monster Bash. I put in really a lot of time though.
I've never played it. It's weird, like I said, I don't play a lot of games. I played Wolfenstein. I know I played Commander Keen once, maybe.
Once?
I played Kraz. I played...
I almost wanted to ask where were you in the 90s, but I kind of get it.
Oh yeah, definitely one Wolfenstein. Yeah, I played Wolfenstein. Doom, no, I wasn't after.
But Commander Keen, not that much?
I was never into like platformers and cute games. I mean, I played it. I thought it was programming-wise, that shit Carmack did to make the smooth scrolling was awesome, you know.
We destroyed one satellite. Yes.
Generally, I only play like RPGs and space shooters. Well, now I look at games like Overwatch. That's the main game I play for since it came out.
People call games like this shmups. Short for shoot 'em up.
I made Galactics before Raptor. I always liked making space shooters. I'd say Raptor is a combination of like Raiden, Firepower 2000, a couple of maybe Amiga shooters that I don't remember the name for.
Venom Sparks, all the way from Italy, he asks, how did you get the idea to develop Raptor? That's a good idea though, despite the inspiration.
I don't remember
how did
why
this get started? I mean, did somebody ask you to build a game like this, or?
Nope. So, for some reason, I was making the second sword for Apogee. The RPG I always wanted to make. And one day, me and Tim started on Raptor. I don't remember the day where I go, I want to make Raptor. I think it was more of an experiment. It wasn't actually supposed to be a game. It was just like to take a break kind of thing. And then I showed it to Apogee and they liked it. And then I thought, we're going to make 2 games. And then I realized, kind of inexperienced here. Right now we got 2 people. We're going to have 4. There's no way we can make 2 games. And I looked at it like, I don't really know what I'm doing that much. So making an RPG for your, second game, probably not the best idea.
But imagine you were already. That's the thing. Commander Keen in 1991 was revolutionary for side-scrolling smoothly, if you remember.
Yep.
And id Software was responsible for that, but you were in the same building, if I'm not mistaken, and you made the first, Well, at least that mercenary demo beta thing that I just played is from '92, 2 years before Raptor launched. So, and this as well is a very smooth scroller for the PC. So that means you were kind of influenced by the guys at it, I guess.
Like I said, the thing that made me want to make the fast sprite drawing routine was the Ultima 6 intro, because I couldn't figure out how they layered or even Wing Commander, how they did these sprites overlaid on top of each other really fast. Because at the time, like I said, you check every pixel. Is this pixel color 0? If so, don't draw it. And it was so slow on big sprites that I came up with that idea. That was probably one of the experiments at Raptor why I did it.
But those are challenges that don't exist anymore during what you're making right now.
No, yeah, the challenges are different. Now it's like, making fast shaders and shit like that. But I started the whole Raptor, that sprite idea, before I even moved to Texas.
I remember that when I was 10 years old, and I'm talking about the year 2000. I was more of an internet nerd, I guess. Gaming nerd, playing a lot of video games when I was 10 years old. And that my best friend, who lived 2 houses next door, he was really into programming and such, a little bit. I'm not sure which language or whatever, but then we were messing around with Game Maker a little bit. Game Maker 6.0, maybe? And
I had my son do that a long time ago.
and it's been a long time, and we didn't make anything useful. We just spent 1 or 2 afternoons messing around with it before we dropped the idea of making something cool. And we didn't even thought tile-based. I started drawing like a Raptor kind of level for a Raptor kind of game, heavily inspired by Raptor. But I didn't think in tiles. I was drawing like this huge level, vertical level, and that's stuff that you learn later on by just looking at games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying now. Like a lot of 3D space shooters are one big giant mesh that somebody drew in Blender or Maya or something, and it's like that's what's the challenge. I've been thinking all these years. You can't do that. You'll never make a fun game. I mean, you can, but it'll take a shit long time. But that's why I said the new editor is going to be kind of where you can sculpt the terrain and stuff and whatever right in the editor and be able to change it real fast. But then, anyways, and Raptor making a tile base was kind of that where you could, this ain't working. I could redraw it in a different way real fast instead of having one big picture.
Well, and that's the thing you learn from just messing around with stuff or trying to get influenced by others. How does shit work? And that's, I don't know. I think that's a valuable lesson.
I was always obsessed with speed.
I think even on the banana games for EA that you made, that you had an easy editor.
I wish I found the source. Well, I don't need it now, but that was a pain in the ass at the beginning because I had the window maker and the ship editor and the level editor. And I lost the source to all that stuff.
If you are checking out this live stream right now, you just joined in. I am here with Scott Host, who is the spiritual father programmer of this game called Raptor, and he's making a new version of the game called Raptor Remixed. Did I say it right this time?
Yep.
Nice. He's making a new game, and if you want to know more about that, keeping up with the development of that, then be sure to join Scott's Discord. And don't forget, there's a Kickstarter, and Scott could use some help, and the more help that he gets, the better the game will be.
All the links are on www.mking.com. There's a pre-launch.
Go to mking.com. And even for the information, or just keep an eye out for the project, because that thing is going to hit the world sometime soon, and it's going to be awesome. Because Raptor, I've heard words like level editor, I've heard words like 3D modeled enemies, camera angles. I heard stuff like Steam Workshop, different shops where you could buy your ship upgrades. This thing is gonna be a whole new thing. This is gonna be Demon Star 2, finally.
The gameplay, well, it can be like, sort of like, the better gameplay like Demon Star, but not the, like, Demon Star is more arcadey, where Raptor's, like I said, more conventional.
Besides Raptor, is it gonna be inspired by a lot of stuff from Demon Star as well?
I'd say, like, the gameplay-wise, it was way better. You know, like, I know Raptor's kind of, I mean, it's an accumulation of things, you know, you live and learn over time, you know?
Yeah, but not all opinions are the same. I mean, I know a lot of people that would prefer this over Demon Star. In a heartbeat.
But like I said, I mean, it's a whole different dynamic. I mean, like, this game has a small screen. Now it's going to be designed for widescreen, 2 players. I learned a lot about level design. Like I said, the original Raptor basically just threw shit in there. That's why sometimes it doesn't make any sense, or it's too hard or too easy, you know?
Well, I heard you say that a lot tonight. Like, some stuff in this game doesn't make sense, but I have to stick up for the fact that a lot of us playing this didn't feel or experience like, oh, these guys were just doing something. They're just yanking our leg right now. This is bullshit. No, there's
Well,
no.
I didn't mean that. I just meant I learned a lot about gameplay and game design in 28 years. That's all. I mean, I'm just saying the gameplay will be better in the new one.
No, but what I'm trying to say is the gameplay isn't particularly bad. It's and we didn't experience it like unfinished or like rough on the edges. No, it is a finished thing. And
It's
good.
polished. It could have
It's
used
polished,
like
yeah.
6 months of work.
That's the word I'm looking for. Absolutely polished. It's good. It feels well tested. You probably had a testing team at Apogee's disposal. That's why Mercenary was there.
I think we tested it mostly ourselves. I remember playing it, all 4 of us, just playing it over and over and over. And we had like notes of bug lists and stuff.
Then how come your skills are so bad at this?
28 years. Well, of course it's going to feel different to the guy that made it than people that play it, you know, because you don't see all the things you wish you could have done, you know.
Another thing about this level, by the way, it's awesome. The tiles, the vibe, you can clearly feel you're on a different planet.
Yeah, Raiden was my all-time favorite. No, I didn't port it to consoles yet, but we plan to. The old, maybe the classic one, but the new one's definitely be on all the consoles. Play PC first, and have it out for a while, bug test it, and then maybe port it to the Switch first, then Xbox, PlayStation, Apple TV.
This is one of the last stages of the game. It's getting intense. Oh, this is the first stationary mid-boss level. Mid-level boss. And I failed to destroy the turret.
No, it was supposed to move backwards. I think I wanted it to, but we couldn't. Something.
Back in the day, a lot of games from Apogee, like, well, not only Apogee, but 3D Realms, id Software got ported to consoles like the Doom. Wolfenstein got ported to the Super Nintendo by Becky Heinemann. Or Rebecca Heinemann. I never know how to pronounce that. But Raptor never got ported. Wasn't there like a moment where you considered porting this to like a Super Nintendo?
The last half of Raptor, everybody was arguing. You know, Doom came out, the egos were flaring. It was like a really bad time in my life, and I just didn't want to go back to Raptor.
Yeah, but Yeah, but that's why id Software let Rebecca Heinemann port it to like a Super Nintendo or a 3DO. Why didn't they involve somebody else on that? Or were you too proud or owner of the rights and don't want somebody else to do it?
I didn't even think about it. I just wanted it to go away at that time. Like I said, I didn't even know that people. I didn't even know it was that popular. To me, you know, it had totally.
Yeah, you just figured out earlier this year.
I did not know up until 2 years ago when I started on this one, and people started coming to Discord telling me how much they liked Raptor. I'm like, I wish I knew this earlier.
Yeah, man. Lovely to read in the comments or the chat that people enjoy this live stream. It's a special thing. I really haven't done a thing like this before, and I can call this a success. So if you are a developer, maker of an old game from the 90s, and you want to Reminiscence, tell stories and play this with me, like Scott and I are doing tonight, then be sure to hit us up.
We should do Demon Star one day. We can play multiplayer. There's got to be a way to connect with IP addresses or something.
I think we can figure out a way to do that over through some router ports or something. I'm 100% sure we can fix that.
I heard people talking about it in the Raptor Demon Star channel, but I wasn't paying attention to what they said. I think there's some app you can use.
Yeah, you have that launchbox thing, and it just launches pre-configured DOSBox settings for you, configured for different games. And the best thing about it, there's this archivist group. It's called Exodos. Not talking about legal or not, I don't care. I don't know anything about that, but he archives games and makes them to work for everybody. And he's up to 7,200 MS-DOS games. And the multiplayer ones, you can play those online together if you like. We even played Duke Nukem 3D over the network here last January. It's kind of complex, but it does work.
I want to play Descent again. You ever play that game?
Yeah, I did play it, and that turns my stomach inside out. I really need to get used to that.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what? I love Descent, but I used to play that. You get used to that, then you go back to like playing Duke Nukem or Doom, and it ruins you on that game.
Well, if you play Duke Nukem and you try, look at this visual of the volcano, by the way. This is Class A tier, awesome graphics. No enemies right now, just enjoy the view, you know? But
I've got
yeah.
a new one. I have flow maps, so like the lava can look like it's flowing in a direction.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yeah.
And even this one is not copy-paste. This is a different visual.
I think it's supposed to be Io.
And look, now we go to the green Mars, well, not Mars, but the green goo lake swamp.
Primordial ooze, where life began.
This is where we all originated from. No, but honestly, you sometimes forget that this is a tile-based game, that everything is a tile. Maybe you could tell us sometime how many different kind of floor tiles are in this game, not even counting the enemies.
Oh my god, there's a shitload. I can show it in my my camera view. Hold on. It'll be just for the sure version, so we did that.
Well, I think there are over 1,000 different tiles in here.
Yeah, there's got to be at least 1,000.
Like corners, and oh my god, I got destroyed. I messed up. I wasn't paying attention.
Tile. How am I going to share this? I'll have to make it. Hold on, I got to add a thing in OBS.
Oh, maybe you could share the screen.
Well, they're small graphics. It'll fit in my little camera view.
I'll put in the double the Scott.
Window video.
Hey, Untrustable. I didn't do any shoutouts tonight, but I'll do a few right now.
There. Uh-oh. My camera go out?
No, it's still there. It's still there, but you're in the middle. It's really tiny.
Oh, I mean, put it back to normal where I'm on the side thing.
I'll put you on both.
Oh, so you can see that now. There's the tiles, yeah. I couldn't tell if that was my screen or the... Okay. Yeah, they switching there? What the hell is it doing? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on, I'm freaking out here.
Scott Host knows how to program, but do a PowerPoint presentation, call someone else.
I had the wrong window activated.
I don't know, you're still anonymous here, right here. You have like the tiles very small in front of your eyes.
Yeah. Look at me.
Is that the Minecraft inventory we can't see?
It's going to change every time. There's no easy way to do this.
It's because the window's so tiny. Dude, I love the... yeah, that's better. I love the light that comes from your PC. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, that's the bridge. That bridge always got to me on level 2. I knew that that enemy was close. I've never seen this like this. This is only from the shareware. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Dude, I hope that artist was so well paid, because this is... Whoa, what is this?
That's probably for some port for another country, like Taiwan or something.
That was Hangar 12 from another angle.
There's your red helicopter.
I hate them. Later on in the game, all of them become red.
There's the background.
Oh, this
stuff.
is the help stuff, yeah. The difficulty levels.
But there's that little like cutout for the blinking light in the hangar.
Sometimes I do forget, but that's the thing, because we hang out every now and then during a stream or during a chat. Every now and then. What? Intro. Whoa, what is this?
Oh, is it just a file I saved in a piece?
No, not that one. The next one. The next one. The one with the lockers. Dude, this... Has this been designed in 92, 93, 94?
Yeah.
And this never made it to the game. This looks so good.
That's just the credit screen.
I don't care. It looks great.
I think Rich did that. There's a ship.
Yeah, flying left, flying right. Yeah, the main menu. Dude, the locker room visuals do rock. Hey,
Oh, look at that.
Who's
It's
that?
Funny. So, like, the pictures of the pilots are overlaid, but the original picture, that's Rich's picture. The art guy that drew this.
You should have gone with that as an extra 16th of May character. Wow, dude, sometimes I just don't realize what a legend you guys were. You
There's the
made...
cow.
That's the cow ship, indeed. And it folds open and has rocket.
And I think I did a sound for it. I don't know if it actually, I don't remember if it's in the actual game, but I got the wave file. It's like, I got that if you wanted me to send it to you. This is funny stuff. Hold on, I got some. Well, let me get water real fast. I'm gonna dehydrate here. It's like 80 degrees in this room. Hold on.
Welcome to the club. 24.1 Celsius in here. Untrustable? No need. They are gonna become 3D models in the game that Scott is working on right now. We have to wait till Scott turns back.
I wonder it's so hot in here. I left the stove on. Alright. Let me find that sound.
Hey, Untrustable, did you work on the Spear of Destiny sprites of the Uber Mutant in 3D? Because I have been playing, and this is between you and me, right? I've been playing the Brutal Wolfenstein today. That comes out next Friday with the Uber Mutant boss fight in there. Dude, that's insane. I'm gonna play it Monday. Cheers. Yes. Wait, you send me the file, I'll play it. Oh. My bad.
Oh, here it is. I found it. I'm sure I sent it to the right person. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Whoa!
Oh, you see that video I sent you? That's the
Yeah.
carousel thing from PAX.
Just see the carousel video.
Oh my god! Oops.
I love it how Apogee just flew in. The Uber Mutant is done. Did you share it with Zio?
What?
I'm talking with Untrustable in the meantime. Here's the cow. Here we go.
No!
I love the reverb on that. Hey, Infinia. Infinia, this is a special night, but it's almost to an end. So next Monday I'm playing the Brutal Spear of Destiny. And that's good stuff. Let's have a look. Can you show some more sprites? These are the cows. What's next?
Yeah. Let me get that back up. Can you still see it? There we go.
Oh,
Is that
the
thing out
volcanoes?
of the ground?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Some explosions.
And I don't get that when you... Oh, these are... Hey, what are those dynamites on the right? All the way to the right.
Oh, that red thing?
Yeah, that's not in the game.
I don't remember.
That's
Kind of like fusion core or something.
That's certainly not in the final game.
There's the energy things. There it is again.
Hey, these are... Oh yeah, these are the store pictures. Yeah, that was supposed to be like a different weapon, I guess. I love it. In the bottom of the screen, you can see that box with the nuke, the armory, the moon rock, the battery, whatever it is. You don't see those in the final game on that size.
Yeah, I think we plan to do more than was actually in the game.
Maybe so you could sell them in the store and see that image.
Well, that's why I say to me, I mean, you know, everybody else sees a finished game. To me, it feels like an unfinished game. You know?
I can see why. Dude, there are...
Or here's I set up the palette a certain way, so like when you do transparencies or like the shadows, it mapped things in the runs of color. So like a lot of games like Doom and Duke Nukem or whatever, when things fade off in the distance, they sometimes grays turn to green or whatever because it picks the closest color. Where mine were all set to runs of you know these primary colors here. So it kept the graphics crisp. There's that thing again.
I remember when I was a kid in 1998, Jackrabbit 2 came out, and I started to make my own levels for that. Later, I tried to make my own tile sets, and then I figured out on my own by just degrading one color by one color by one color that the maximum that could be used in a tile set was 164 colors. And later I could read that in the help file, but I didn't read the help file because I was way too young and English was not my main thing, so I know how you feel. But you were inventing stuff like that, and I was just trying to figure out stuff like that.
I actually did that palette thing in Second Sword, and I also did it in Strife before I created Strife for Raptor. You know, other people finished it then. I don't know if they'd actually made it into the final Strife though, but like things that fade off, and when I worked on it, didn't turn all different colors like it didn't like Doom and Duke.
Hey, can you go 2 back? Oh, those are the ships. Yeah, the ships in the water, the top right ships.
There's a player ship at night.
Moxie says she's cold. Well, that's a good thing. We're about to end this live stream. And that's because we've been doing this for almost 4 hours, Scott.
Has it been? Cool.
Yeah. Dude, let me take this moment to... Wait, go back. Did you work on Strife?
I started Strife, yeah. That was all me and the guys. Like I said, everybody was arguing near the end. And then, make a long story short, you know, id in Apogee finance Raptor. Id gave us like 14 grand a month, so I was in debt to them, and we made a deal where they took Strife, and I got Raptor back without having to pay any money back. So.
Wow. Wow,
then-
we didn't know that. Is your name credited in Strife?
Nope, that's because we didn't like each other. It's funny that I didn't get no credit. Tim, who got fired, got credit. And if you look in the back, there's a back of the Strife box. There's like a Star Wars monitor. I actually drew that.
But you can clearly see that the same kind of gradients are used in the 3D sprites of the enemies of Strife.
Yeah, I never even looked at Strife because all the bad memories up until you streamed it that one time. Remember, I came in the stream. That's actually, I go, wow, this game turned out pretty good. I thought it would be shit, but it really
At the moment, I didn't know you were involved with that. That's news to me.
Yep, that was. I mean, that's what I wanted to make. Basically, was what I always wanted to make like a Warhammer type game, and that's how it started. I don't know what it, obviously, whatever it turned into, I had nothing to do with. So, but yeah, I started it.
But to cut things short, I said like there are like 1,000 floor sprites for sure, and now you're showing this, and I think 1,000 is cutting it really shy.
I'm only in the second folder of 5. You want to see them all, or you got to go?
Dude, I want to thank you for click away the sprites so you can see your face.
Okay, let me just close this shit.
I really want to thank you for being a part of tonight's live stream. This was like this ludicrous idea that we had, you and I talking last week, and like, I'll play Raptor, and you comment to it. I'll make this shabby layout, which kind of is Hector's shopping store, I guess, and have a spare part for your face as well. But it's really, really great that you were here to tell stories, share, answer questions, and share about your upcoming game of Raptor. So if you're checking out this live stream, go check out Scott's Kickstarter page, Discord page.
Everything's on www.mking.com, Discord, Kickstarter, Patreon.
Go to mking.com. We've been playing a lot of Raptor tonight, almost every level. We died on the second last level, wave 8 of the
farther than I did, way farther. If anybody want to check it out, check out my live stream, me playing Raptor. It took me like 2 hours, 3 hours just to make it past the first level.
Then I'll be there to comment. No, Scott, buy the gun. Yes, Rook Me Amadeus, a Raptor remake is in the works. It's been in the works for 2 years. So that's nice. Everybody, thank you for being a part of tonight's live stream. Scott, really, here's some confetti for you, dude. That was awesome. It really exceeded my expectations on tonight's live stream. I really enjoyed this. This opens doors. I wanted to do this way more than we did tonight. And let's shake hands on doing this again on when you release or are close to releasing your new Raptor game.
Or yeah, even when I get like something working again, we could do like a stream where we just talk about what we're, where we're at that point and stuff like that.
That would be fantastic. I'd be up for that. So that means, pardon me, what did you say?
No, it's gonna be cool. I was gonna go into that. I got to get back to streaming again. I've been used to stream every day, work on Raptor, and I think I did it twice in the last month now.
Yeah, I know, but that's because of the traveling back and forth to you know who.
Yep, my mom.
Yep.
That shit really wore me out.
I know, but family goes first. I hope that Apogee gives you the space to develop Raptor the way you want it. I hope you don't deliver something that you have the same feeling towards that you had during.
Oh no, I did wait 28 years to fuck this one up. So.
Excellent.
It'll get done the right way, but it might take longer than we thought.
And that's where I want to end the live stream. Don't take 28 years to fuck the next version up. Everybody, thanks for tonight. This was awesome. This was improvised, but it was awesome. Everybody, have a good night. Scott,
good night,
if you want to say something, now's the moment. During the credit roll.
There we go. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, damn it.
Bigfoot's it.
The credit roll doesn't work. I got a token mismatch. Damn it. Oh, I got locked out. It's because the browser tab was open
Is it? Are we streaming still?
Yeah, we're still streaming. We're almost there. We have to. They can still hear us, but we're almost there. Almost there.
Level 5, maybe. That's a death song, right? I can't hear the sound, so.
Yeah, it's the death sound. Yep.
Oh, actually, if everyone wants to hear the whole death song, I redid it. It's on my. If you just Google SoundCloud Echo Login, somewhere on there.
SoundCloud Echolog. SoundCloud Echolog.
If I can
Yeah,
find
you
it.
go by so many names.
Well, Echo Login's basically my online handle. That's what I use in every game.